What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here for the fine folks at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to ring in the holiday season. Yeah, the 12 days of Shackmas are here, and here's what you got to do. This is fun. Follow them on social media between now and December 12th. They're going to be posting pictures of these glittery ducks all across the metro. Once they post one, the hunt is on. Find one and win big. Think things like concert tickets, game tickets, gift cards, and I've gotten word that one of the days will be for tickets and a wild suite with yours truly. But you'll have to beat me to find these ducks, and just a warning, I have a lot of time on my hands and I fight dirty. Follow Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to join in the excitement. And remember, get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. Book appointments now at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
It's just us Dodes. Just us Dodes this morning. Welcome, folks, to the Tuesday Super Winter Storm Advisory edition of the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. A heads up right away, our guy, it's not a guy.
Gal?
It's all guys today.
Yeah.
Our gal, Ashley, has called in sick, so it's a full-on sausage party
Feel bad
this
for her.
morning.
There's a couple of issues here. Number one, of course, she's not feeling well, and it sounded pretty bad, like she's feeling miserable.
Yeah, it looked awful.
Oh, you saw it?
Well, no, I just meant the description.
Oh,
I mean,
'cause she
reading the text message, she didn't send me any selfies of her being sick or
I was going to
anything.
say it's a woman thing. And I was like, she sent pictures of that. Okay. And then also, hopefully she kicks this thing immediately because her favorite time of the year is Toys for Tatas.
She's not going to miss Toys for Tatas.
I can't imagine. I mean, even if somebody had to carry her in, she'd be at Toys for Tatas.
No, she's not going to miss out on our party on Friday. But, it sounds like she's in pretty tough shape. Some of her enemies might say she had it coming.
She has no enemies.
You won't hear us say that, but, oh, God, are you kidding me? She's got lifelong rivals, bitter enemies.
She lived in Wisconsin for a while. She made some enemies.
They're out
Here or there.
Both.
Some of them might say this all serves her right. But we're, of course, wishing her the best. So it's the Super Winter Weather Advisory Edition
A young man on
the show. Huh?
A young man on my block learned an important lesson about slowing down in inclement weather yesterday. My wife texted yesterday and asked, hey, was there a car stuck in the center island of the cul-de-sac when you left for work? I'm like, no. And she said, well, there is now. And we watched. She's like, hey, check the camera at this particular time, 7:27 a.m. I looked and I watched this kid. He's about to go around a curve and just, it's one of those where you could tell he's trying to turn, but he didn't know not to slam on the brakes.
Just kept on going?
Car kept going straight, crashed right into that thing.
Oh, that's such a just desperate feeling of just hopelessness.
At what point can you call dibs? Because that was still there like at 10 o'clock last night. Something like
really?
That. It was like last night sometime they finally got it out.
I've never gone sailing off the road in that fashion.
I have once. Just one time. But I wasn't going too fast. It was just, I was going quite slow, actually, but I just hit some ice and there was nothing I could do.
Yeah, I've never gone off the road, but definitely that time where you try to apply the brakes and all of a sudden you just keep sliding and you're like, well, all right.
Well, yeah.
Gravity's going to take its course here.
I even took my foot off the brake, but my car just decided, no, we're going over to the ditch.
And that surprises me because you're the best driver that I know.
Well, it's nice of you to say.
Cubby. A few years ago, I got a little tuned up at my neighborhood bar on a snowy night. And, one of the best parts about hanging out at my favorite bar is there's 2 or 3 sober-type characters that just enjoy hanging out. And if someone gets too many cold Steve Weisers in them, they're happy to drive you home. If you want to hand them some money, great. If not, that's fine too. So I had a few too many. Asked my sober bro, hey, can you run me home? And again, it was kind of a snowy night. He was trying to take a left into my neighborhood, and we went sailing into the ditch.
Yep.
And I turned to the sumbitch after we made contact with the snowbank, and I said, I could have done this myself. I asked you to give me a safe and sober ride home. I could have done this, but we got out of there. So it's a situation here today. Could be a pile of snow dumped on your big fat head. later on, depending on where you're at.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Last I saw was like 1 to 4 inches in the Twin Cities. Is that where you guys?
That's what I saw too. Mm-hmm.
Well, you're in the South Metro. They say if you're in the South Metro, you might drown from rain.
Yeah.
But if you're in the North Metro, your roof might collapse.
That's a lot of fun where it rains and then it freezes overnight.
Oh, we're going to have
that makes a fun drive.
We're going to have a lot of fun driving to and from work the next couple of days. This is going to be outstanding. I've already seen one article on the internet. How do you say it, Jeff?
Internet?
I've already seen one article on the internet about snow penises.
Those are always fun.
Have they started?
No.
Oh, just
the article was
that they're coming?
Well, it was, is this going to be the kind of snow that's made for building snow penises?
It's a reason for the season.
Is this going to be a dry, bitter cold, or is there going to be enough moisture in the snow? Because it is a tradition for many. Mm-hmm. As soon as fat-ass snowstorms come through town, folks start building 2-story tall snow penises. We'll see, I guess.
I hope so. That brings a little fun to the holiday season, does it not?
Oh, perfect timing, right? If this happened in February or March, I suppose if it's close to Valentine's Day, you could paint it red. If it's close to St. Patrick's Day, you could paint it green. But seeing how we're creeping up on Christmas, hell, you could wrap the lights around it, some tinsel, whatever the hell.
Nothing like Grandma coming over on Christmas Day to admire your fine snow penis work in the front yard.
Well, come on. Like your grandma's never seen a
snow penis?
Maybe she would feel thankful because she hasn't, seen anything like that in decades.
Or maybe
Grandpa died years ago.
Maybe she'd be like, "Oh, you kids, this is how you really do it. Let Grandma show you how."
Grandma's a whore. Gam, come on.
Josh had that grandma that would warm up the sausages.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did before she checked out. So there you go.
This might be the snowstorm that I finally learned how to use a snowblower.
You've never used one?
No.
You grew up in the suburbs.
Yeah.
Everybody has a snowblower in the suburbs.
I've only used a snowblower once or twice.
Well, you got a plow guy.
Always had a plow guy.
Mr.
Plow guy, Mr. Plow.
It's not Mr. Plow. It's Mr.
Plow King?
No. We have a nickname for the guy, and now I lost it. Skinny.
Is he really skinny, or
Yeah,
is he like a fat guy? Is this
No. He's skinny, so we've called him Skinny for years. Word up to Skinny and his plow crew. So what's going on? You bought a snowblower and you haven't used it yet?
No, we have one. My wife has used it a couple times, but the last couple winters we haven't really had much plowable snow, so I haven't really had to figure it out. I'm sure I can. It can't be that complicated, but I've never used one before.
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear how this goes. And it's just been sitting there? Nobody's done anything to it?
No, we got it going.
You did?
Yeah, in the fall we got to run it again and got it gassed up and stuff.
Now, what you want to do is put diesel in there.
Oh.
Is that right?
Yeah, so when it's cold, it starts better.
And then put my foot right in front of it as I'm pushing.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had a buddy who slid into one. His dad, when we were little, his dad was snowblowing, and he slid right into it, and he, kind of lucked out. It didn't look like a wood chipper or anything. He got his foot in between the blades, and so it kind of wrapped around. So he broke every bone in his foot, but it never broke the skin. Like everybody's expecting some sort of horror show.
So what, he's a little kid?
Yes, we were maybe in second grade.
He slipped on the ice.
Yep, and went right into the snowblower.
And the old man was pushing it.
Yeah.
Hilarious.
And like I said, everyone thought there was just going to be a bloody kid pulp.
Oh, you were there
right
to
out
see it?
No. This is what the dad was describing, He didn't use those words, but he said, they were expecting the worst, and it was bad. He broke all those bones, but he was a kid, and he healed pretty quick.
Look out for kids, small house pets. So there's a chance, if, in fact, we get a lot of snow today and tonight, there's a chance that you might finally pilot that snow blower.
Right. Mm-hmm. Give it a shot.
I don't know if you're built for that.
I don't think I am either.
I don't know if, to quote my brother, I don't know if you have the skill set for that.
I don't think I do either.
Send a picture.
Yeah.
I'd like to see how it goes.
But here's the deal. Once you get the hang of it, you're going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I bet it looks very
I love
satisfying.
It is. Mm-hmm. How old is this snowblower?
It's relatively new. I think it's a Ryobi or something. Is that a
Ryobi.
word? Is that a word that is?
It's an incorrect pronunciation of a word. Yeah, Ryobi. 1 stage, 2 stage.
Oh, it's a 2-stage.
Oh yeah, I got a 3-stage.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, it's not a thing.
Okay.
Never got involved in the snow blowing thing other than once or twice in my life.
It is fun though, right?
We always had that drunken plow driver. It's all right. Again, I don't know why everyone just doesn't hire a plow guy. What the hell are you doing out on your driveway all night long pushing a stupid lawnmower when you can just call a drunk friend to come over? And I don't get it. What are you waiting for? What are you doing?
It would be kind of fun just to put a plow on the front of my truck. I don't know if mine's built for that.
Oh, it is for sure.
That'd be pretty cool.
That would be.
I've always wanted something like that. Or to get like a 4-wheeler with one.
Sure, but Josh, again, you pick up the telephone, you call the guy at your neighborhood bar that drinks too much, and you hire him to be your lawn furniture ends up in the neighbor's yard. It's nothing but laughs. My old plow driver, God rest his soul, used to, urinate in my driveway just to antagonize me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Intentionally, I'm not kidding you, intentionally just launch my lawn furniture with the plow blade. Stuff that I left out that I should have put away, that I should have put away in the fall.
Just a gentle reminder.
He would move it for me. Anger my neighbors with his behavior and with his driving. I mean, God bless the plow drivers. They're some of my favorite people in the world. They've provided me so much entertainment over the years.
Boy, I'll tell you what, they work their tails off, don't they? In a big storm. They're working 24 hours or more. It's crazy.
Just living off Mountain Dew and sunflower seeds.
Yeah, checking in after 4 Monster Energy drinks. We appreciate the text. Mustang Jesus said he's checking in from his new home in South Carolina.
Oh, it must be nice.
And that's why he's leaving because of this type of weather.
So we were talking about me firing up a snowblower for the first time in my life. My wife is listening, and she corrected me. It's a Toro, first of all. It's a Toro snowblower. And then she said in all caps and quotation marks, "We got the snowblower going, Dana." She was the one that fired it up a couple weeks ago to make sure it was
You're not
still
mechanically inclined for that.
No.
So she was the one out there who got it fired up.
Yep.
Then why is she even saying we? Why doesn't she just say I?
Yeah, but that's she was making a joke like, "Oh, we did it."
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? There is a 3-stage snowblower. I was trying to give you crap.
Oh,
and
is
now
there?
you give me crap now. I didn't know there was one.
Hey, guess what? Italian firefighter Jesus and Gildo Sheeses already stomped out a fresh snow penis in their neighborhood cul-de-sac while they were walking the dog last night. There's different types of snow penises. There's ones you can draw on the side of your dad's, vehicle when he's not looking. What I mean by draw is in the snow, You can stomp one out in your backyard for the airplanes to see overhead. But I guess I was directly referencing the ones you build like you would build a snowman.
What did my son write on the side of my truck once?
I have no idea.
You're the one that pointed it out.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember what it was. And I remember I was like, who the heck would do something like that? I should have suspected him.
God dang it. I remember.
Was it like douche or... he doesn't know how to spell, so it wouldn't have been that.
I remember this moment. And was it... He wrote it in the snow on the side of your vehicle?
Yeah, and then it just stuck there because it's a black vehicle and the salt, just kind of surrounded where the letters were.
I remember this moment, but I can't remember the word.
It was insulting.
We were leaving work together and, separately in our motor vehicles, and I saw that Josh had an insulting word written on the side of his vehicle, and I don't know what the hell it said. And we found out later that it was written by your son, more importantly, my godson.
Ah, shoot. And he on purpose did it on the passenger side so I wouldn't see it.
That's next level right there.
My family's evil. And I didn't. I don't.
Well,
he even forgot about it.
They're not evil. They just don't have any respect for you at all, and it sickens me.
Well, that's only because I don't deserve the respect.
It sickens me.
But yeah, he said I had it on there for 3 or 4 days to the point where he forgot he did it. Ah, shoot, it's killing me that I can't remember. I was hoping you were mistaken. I'm like, gosh, I really hope that you just misread the situation. But instead, he did write something on there.
He did.
It is kind of funny to watch that disrespect in person, I'll be honest. At things like boat cruises or the casino visits when your kids are busting your balls. It's kind of fun to watch.
Well, the problem is they're too good at it.
Yeah.
It'd be different if they were not good at it, but they're very good at it.
They are.
I don't like it. Children should fear you. All right. So, again, depending on where you're at, it could be a hell of a scene by tonight.
Yeah, I hope people love it. I personally do, but I know if you're working in it or something like that, maybe you have a different opinion.
I get tired of driving in the morning and that kind of stuff. I'm just burned out on it. It's been 30 years of driving in before any plows come out, before, you know what I'm talking about? That's what, normally I wouldn't give two pumps whether it's snowing or not. But coming in here at 3:45, 4 in the morning gets to be a pain in the ass. That's my only beef.
I like being the first guy to put the tracks in the snow. You know, I don't know. There's something satisfying about that.
Yeah. The radio station has promised that we could broadcast from home. Oh, I don't know if they've made that promise over and over again for about the last 15 years.
It has been about 15, but
it never happens. But every other radio personality in the building can broadcast from home. But us, no.
That is true. Every other one.
So I get aggravated.
That's interesting. I was just going to mention that there's one particular person where every time there's a big snowstorms like that, he's like, hey, if you want to broadcast from home tomorrow, you should. And we have to remind them, like, we don't have that. We don't have the ability to do it. They've been telling us forever, hey, we could get something, especially during COVID, right?
Oh, yeah.
Because if somebody even had if you were even like 3 people removed, you couldn't come into the building. So it's like, well, hey, because then that shuts everything down. And they were going to give us one. That didn't happen. Snowstorms, that kind of stuff.
So there are details, there are side stories to winter weather that rub me the wrong way, that put out a bad vibe.
To your point, Josh, too, I also love getting the email where it's like, hey, we're getting a massive snowstorm. It is going to be below freezing. Don't even think about coming to work. Don't even go near a window near your house. Stay warm. Stay safe. And then tune into the 93X Half-Ass Morning Show. They'll be broadcasting live from the studio.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was the same thing. It's like, hey, Minneapolis and St. Paul are burning down. They've shut down the freeways. It's extremely dangerous to be outside. Here's your placard saying you can be on the road, guys. Get to work.
Yep.
But, it makes the story. Short Bus Jesus remembers what my son wrote on the side of my truck.
Oh, really?
It was "You suck" with a U, because that's how kids talk today.
It was.
Yeah, it was "You suck."
How the hell does he remember that?
Thank you for good memory. That's exactly what it was.
We must have, obviously, we discussed it on the air, but my God, I'm impressed almost daily around here by what some of you can remember. We don't remember any damn thing.
Oh, it's the worst after the show going, what happened today? Nobody remembers. It's almost kind of frustrating. It's my least favorite part of every day.
It's absurd is what it is.
Yeah.
I can remember things that happened in great detail when I was a 5th grader. I can remember every damn thing about a house party when I was in high school. I can remember. I do have a solid long-term, is that what you call it, memory?
Yeah.
Long-term memory. But we do the show from 5:40 to 9. At 9 a.m., we need to try and come up with highlights that we can use as promos. And none of us can remember a damn thing.
Now, there's a joke in there that there's no highlights, but the best of the worst. The best of, just so you know, we do make an effort. It doesn't always pan out. So we do try and find the best of the worst, but nobody can remember a thing.
No.
It's a weird.
It was better when we had interns, when people wanted to work in radio.
Right.
Because they could sit there and go, okay, that's what But, you're trying to think of the next thing.
It is so true, though. Somebody will ask, did you guys have a good show today? I think. I don't really remember.
So your son wrote, you, the letter U,
Yep.
suck. See, I don't think that's funny.
I thought it was pretty funny.
And that's why they'll continue to disrespect you.
Yeah.
Yeah, when are you going to put your foot down, Josh? Or is it just too far gone at this point?
That's my wife's job.
All right, so, with the snowstorm coming, if in fact it's as legit as meteorologists are warning us, this will begin, that whole thing we've got in the state of Minnesota. The hard-on competition over who can drive in the snow and who can't. One of my favorite routines.
Mm-hmm. You always see that on social media. Somebody will say, "Oh, the first snowfall in Minnesota, everybody forgets how to drive."
I had that conversation with some folks on Friday.
It's
we got
just
the snow on Friday.
It's just so tired.
Oh yeah, it got kind of heated between a couple of dudes.
Oh,
Really?
for God's
Yeah.
sake, it's just
Give it up, man.
It's just such a tired friggin' gimmick. You know, tomorrow morning, I'm sure there are people who aren't listening tomorrow who might tune in tomorrow. Does that make sense to you? I'm sorry. I'm sure there are people who aren't listening today who might listen tomorrow with all the snow, and we'll get text messages saying, the guy on 35 has no idea what he's doing, but I do. You know, that whole thing. It's a thing. With that in mind, there's a report here in front of me on what states have the best and worst drivers. And apparently, they base it on accidents, speeding tickets, DUIs, and overall citations. Apparently, the worst in our country are the people up there in North Dakota.
That surprised me.
It did as well. It did me as well, Josh, until I thought, if we're counting speeding tickets, it kind of makes sense. In North Dakota, I bet a lot of you just go wide open when you're in North Dakota because there's so many wide open spaces and you want to get the hell in and out of there as quick as you can.
I always hear that about South Dakota, where
Yeah.
it's a racetrack all the way through that thing.
Oh, yeah, I drove to Mount Rushmore once, and I couldn't possibly drive fast enough. I just wanted it to be done.
Sioux Falls is as far into South Dakota as I've ever been.
That's as far as you need to go.
So if they're basing it on speeding tickets, North Dakota or South Dakota would make sense. They're also basing it on accidents. And one thing I think we could say about North and South Dakota is when winter weather sweeps through, it's terrible up there. The driving is just terrible. So that might add to the list of accidents, and that's just my assumption.
I would assume they have good plowing like we do here. Or maybe we have the best in the country. I'm not sure. It is pretty impressive.
But, you know, you get in the outskirts, and that just doesn't really exist.
And it does seem like there's a lot of outskirts.
Yeah. DUIs? You know, that, again, if we're counting DUIs, and we should, if we're talking about bad driving, because that's, you know, the ultimate F-up. What are you doing? If we're counting DUIs, North Dakota kind of makes sense as well, because if I lived up there, I'd be a drunk.
They're number one. We're number 3.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, as far as DUIs go.
Oh, as far as DUIs go.
Yeah.
Oh.
Number 2 is California.
I wasn't aware that we had that many Deweys.
I wasn't either.
Wow.
I mean, the stereotype would say Wisconsin, right?
Right.
But no, we're number 3.
Yeah.
But the cops are drunk in Wisconsin, too.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah. So.
Hey, so is the rule if you're more sober than the cop, they let you go?
Exactly.
That's a good rule.
The Wisconsin folks love that whole weed drink all the time. It's all fake. So, according to this report, the 10 states that are the worst drivers: North Dakota, number 1, New Jersey, number 2, Utah, number 3, Rhode Island, and Washington State are the 5 worst. The best: Michigan, Florida, Colorado, Connecticut, and Illinois.
Well, Florida, everybody's got their turn signal on way too long. It's just old people in Florida, right?
That's
Those
got to
that live
factor
there.
in.
It has to. Like, we've driven fast our whole lives. Let's slow it down.
That's got to factor in the old timers.
Ooh, I'm glad this came in. This is from elementary school custodian Jesus. Said, only those of us with F-150s know how to drive in the winter. Everyone else sucks.
Here we go.
We should remind people of the Luther Bloomington Kia text line 651-989-9393 if you have thoughts on people who drive F-150s and how well they drive in the winter. I'm surprised we didn't get one of these sooner.
Yeah. Oh. So there you go. You might have to hang on to your ass sometime between this afternoon and tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
But we'll see.
My wife's already had people call into her work saying, yeah, I'm not coming in. I mean, even before a flake has fallen.
Yeah, that sounds nice to me. Sounds real nice. What else is going on this morning? Oh, see, Willi Myles is going to stop
he's coming
by.
in.
See, Willi Myles is going to stop by. we can talk about our bartending gig again. That's coming up this Saturday night at the Stanchion in Corcoran. Willi Myles will be part of our bartending crew.
Okay, yeah, I was just going to ask that.
I think
you mentioned that.
Yeah, I can give all the details on that a little later. Oh, we love C. Willi. Sober guy behind the bar. C. Willi doesn't drink.
Yeah, he's never going to get a DUI.
No, C. Willi
Never
doesn't
once.
drink. But I bet he knows his way around. He's been around.
He went to St. Cloud State. He knows how to make a drink.
Yeah, he does, I bet. All right, so there you go. We'll take a little break, Ski. And when we come back, we'll cut loose with the stupid news. You're a terrific crowd. We'll talk to you in a few minutes here on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here for the fine folks at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to ring in the holiday season. Yeah, the 12 days of Shackmas are here, and here's what you got to do. This is fun. Follow them on social media between now and December 12th. They're going to be posting pictures of these glittery ducks all across the metro. Once they post one, the hunt is on. Find one and win big. Think things like concert tickets, game tickets, gift cards, and I've gotten word that one of the days will be for tickets in a wild suite with yours truly. But you'll have to beat me to find these ducks, and just a warning, I have a lot of time on my hands and I fight dirty. Follow Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to join in the excitement. And remember, get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. Book appointments now at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
U.S. soccer. Reality says the odds are stacked against us. To think that our U.S. men's national team can ever raise the world's biggest trophy. But refusing to accept reality is kind of our thing. We chase greatness. We chase legacy. We never chase reality. Join U.S. Soccer Insiders today. Be part of the journey.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael Strahan, and St. Jude has been close to my heart for many years. Their groundbreaking research is changing how the world treats childhood cancer, and has helped push the survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%. Please, help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Here we go. This is fun. I think this is going to be a fun place to start today's Stupid News report. Reading mean tweets on live television. Was that gimmick started by Jimmy Kimmel?
I think that was him, yeah. Mm-hmm. That is a fun bit. I don't know if he still does. I haven't watched, well, I've never really watched, but I've seen those clips. I haven't seen a clip in a while.
Where Jimmy Kimmel reads mean tweets that were sent to him, and he even, if I remember correctly, Josh, talked a lot of his guests into reading mean tweets about them.
Yeah, and I was surprised how candid they were. I mean, sometimes these celebrities would read some incredibly mean tweets.
Very funny.
And it was cool they were willing to do that.
Yeah, very funny. Here's a gal, a television morning news anchor that is also leaning into the gimmick, reading the mean tweets that are sent her way. Again, she does the television morning show down there in Missouri, don't you know? She goes by the name of Carissa Codell, and she is THICC. Thick, son. Curvy, voluptuous. Stacked, some might say.
I'll throw in beautiful as well.
And beautiful. I heard one person say, Josh, she's thicker than zoo glass.
I like somebody who wrote, her parents got to be beavers because she built like a damn.
Oh. So
I'm
a
going
lot
to use
of
that on my wife when she's not suspecting it.
There you go. A lot of tweets head her way, and a lot of them are smart mouth comments about how she's built. But this Carissa, credit to her, has said, you know what? F it. She's upped and decided to read the tweets on air, and it's very funny stuff. It helps to see Carissa when you read these comments. So I don't, our guy, I guess that's twice I've called her a guy. Our gal Ashley is out today sick. I don't know if Carissa is up on 93x.com.
She might have got it up yesterday. That sounded dirty. She might have been able to post that yesterday.
It helps to see Carissa. Check out our website. If you don't find it there, again, it's Carissa Codell. Here's a sampling of the tweets she gets from viewers. Damn, girl. I want you to put a hurting on me like you do to those midnight snacks.
Rude.
She's 5'3", 180 pounds. And this reading the smartass tweets gimmick has become very popular on the television morning show and on the godless internet. Here's some more. She's got enough cake for a triplet's birthday party.
My God.
She's built for breeding. She looks as if she could survive a harsh winter.
Come on.
She's a brick house, and I'm looking to move in. She gots. I only know one other guy who says she gots or he gots, and it's always fun. This other tweet says, she gots enough muffin tops to start 2 bakeries. Carissa's been in the television business for many years. She says the mean tweets, or whatever you want to call them. I don't know if you want, mean.
Some of them are pretty mean.
Okay, we'll just go with mean then. It doesn't affect me at all. I think they're hilarious. I don't put up or mention the extremely mean ones, but I like the insults that are very creative.
Damn, girl, I want you to put a hurtin' on me like you do those midnight snacks. I ain't never worked as hard as them ankles. Ladies, if your man doesn't work harder than your ankles, get another one.
Here's another one.
She's like the only fat 9 I've ever seen.
I'm sorry?
She's like the only fat 9 I've ever seen.
A fat 9.
Yeah.
Wow, her delivery is very different than I expected.
Yeah, she's leaning into the news lady, that's for sure.
Why does she talk a little bit like Jerry Seinfeld?
I don't know. At first I thought, is she from like a different country? Is that an accent? But no, she's from Missouri.
She kind of sounds like Trisha Takanawa from Family Guy.
Yeah, she does, doesn't she?
Yeah, that's the first thing I thought.
The newscaster delivery.
Who are these people? I mean, hey. Carissa says, I think the tweets lead folks to see me as a more genuine person instead of just a reporter. That's very funny. Very funny. And good for her.
Yeah, I like how she's pulling this off.
Is she putting on a character voice, or is that really...
I don't know. I've never seen her do an actual newscast, so maybe that's like part of the bit. She's reading it that way, but she's like worldwide famous now. Somebody had texted about her last week and asked if I'd heard of her.
Thicker than zoo glass.
I've never heard that one before.
Oh, hell no. No, me neither. It's very funny.
It is funny. And I hope it doesn't bother her. I hope she's being honest.
Oh, I think she is.
She seems to have a very good sense of humor.
I think she's having fun with it, Cubby. By God, I do. A stupid idiot over there in Ohio effed up the other day. Got himself arrested. I don't know what the hell was wrong with this effing guy. There he was at his neighborhood bank at the drive-thru, using that cool tube thing that we send shooting back and forth at each other in the bank drive-thru.
I love that thing.
It's always fun. Everyone goes home a winner.
I wish every drive-thru had it. Like you order a Subway sandwich, it just shoots right through that thing.
Dude, yeah, that'd be great.
There is that one Taco Bell, I think it's in Blaine, that massive one that they do send you your food like kind of through a tube system like that.
Yeah, I've heard it's really cool. Like it's the first in the country that was like that, or very...
Yeah, if it wasn't the first, I know there aren't many, but I went there once just out of curiosity, and I have a lot of time on my hands, and it was cool.
I always have stayed away from Blaine, and I will continue that practice. Josh, now that you bring it up, why haven't more fast food joints employed the tube, the chute, whatever you want to call it.
Maybe
I
it's
suppose
expensive
your soft drink, that's not going to probably end well.
That's what a catapult's for. Just
A
catapult that
catapult.
right into my hand.
But you're right. Maybe it's very expensive. I don't know. Anyway, here's this.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt. Yeah, okay, I thought it was Brooklyn Park. I didn't want to correct you in
okay.
case I was wrong. Yeah, people are saying it is Brooklyn Park.
Okay.
What is Brooklyn Park?
That's where the Taco Bell is.
Oh, I stay out of there, too.
I got my B-towns wrong.
So here's this guy at the bank in Ohio at the drive-thru. He accidentally sent some hard street drugs over to the bank drive-thru teller.
That's got to suck.
He sent street drugs through the chute to the drive-thru bank teller.
Is it like coins where he's just trying to cash it in?
Not
Give me
sure.
some bills for
Yeah.
this thing.
How much is this worth?
Jason Smith is the name of this numbskull. He's made it to 46 years old already. Like I said, he was using the bank's air tube thing. He somehow accidentally dumped a small baggie of meth rocks into the tube and sent it on over to the bank teller. The bank called the police. They tracked Jason down. They searched his car. They beat him unconscious, and they found even more drugs in his motor vehicle. So it's all over for Jason. If you see this guy's mugshot, he looks like when he was a baby, his parents accidentally dumped him on his head around a half dozen times or so.
He kind of has an expression that says, well, damn.
I really did it this time.
I wonder how quick, before you hear that big thump as it goes through, I wonder how quick he realized what he had done. He's just diving into that, trying to get it back.
Social Anxiety Jesus has informed us that there's a Rocky Rococo's Pizza in Brooklyn Park. I think that's the same one. Help me out, Brooklyn Park people. Is that the same one that's been there for 40, 50 years? Because I remember hitting that sumbitch after hockey games and whatnot when I was a kid. I believe it was Brooklyn Park, Rocky Rococo. Get back to me if you can.
Never been to a Rocky Rococo.
Oh, it's good.
Did they have
Yeah.
a bunch of them?
They used to have a bunch of them. I think the Brooklyn Park one might be the only one left.
Rocky Rococo.
I was at a house party about 5 years ago, and they ordered Rocky Rococo. And I didn't want to go to this house party because it was all the way up in Brooklyn Park. But then once the Rocky Rococo showed up, I'm like, I made the right decision here.
Changed your mind?
Mm-hmm.
It's delicious, Cubby. I think you would approve. I have to tell my favorite bank drive-through story where me and the Big Al were going through the drive-through. You know, there was a time when Big Al and I lived together, Josh.
Yeah, I'm aware.
It was me, Big Al, and the old man all living together. So as you can imagine, the place was disgusting, and we drank a lot of canned Budweiser. Big Al and I went to the bank drive-through together, and sitting in between us in Big Al's pickup was Ginger Marie, his old Springer Spaniel. I'm sorry, Cocker Spaniel. I had the Springer Spaniel, Megan Marie. He had a Cocker Spaniel named Ginger Marie. So Ginger Marie's sitting between us in the pickup at the bank drive-through. And, you know, we send the chute, the what do you call it again? The tube thing over to the bank lady. She sends us back whatever we asked for. And then she says into the microphone, she says, "Would you like a sucker?" And Big Al said, huh? And she said, "Would your child like a little sucker?" And Al had to say, "That's a dog."
What does that say about how she viewed his aesthetics? But he looks just like you.
I have no idea. So he said she laughed her ass off and said, I don't know what's wrong with me. And then she sent us a milk bone.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, it was adorable, Dana.
I like when they do that. Yeah, as a kid, I always thought that was great. They'd send suckers and balloons through that thing.
Still to this day, I can't figure out how she thought that little Cocker Spaniel was a human baby or a human child.
Maybe she needed glasses or something.
Probably needed some. Oh, I'm being told that, oh, damn, this is just cool. I'm being told that Rocky Rococo has been around since 1984. So that's the one that Rocky Rococo in Brooklyn Park, if I didn't get specific there. Been around since 84, so that's the one we used to go to after we'd get done destroying Brooklyn Park in hockey when I was a kid. That's awesome that it's been there that long.
Is it a buffet?
It's been so many years, I have no idea. I don't know.
Common name Jesus said Rocky Rococos are still all over Wisconsin. I'd like to go. Maybe, Dana, we could hit up that Taco Bell and then go to Rocky Rococos.
Because it is in Brooklyn Park. We have got about 50 text messages confirming that it is in Brooklyn Park, and I was wrong.
It's important to admit when you're wrong.
Sure. The last time I had Rocky Rococo Cubby, I was in Wisconsin. That was 6-7 years ago. So, yeah. Anyway, what's going on in Ontario? This here next story tells me that there's at least one sumbitch up there that doesn't like Santa Claus. Josh, do you know anybody who has beef with Chris effing Kringle?
Nah, I can't think of anybody.
Most folks I know straight up love that peckerhead.
Yeah, there's a billboard that I see on my way home every day, and it's got Santa. It's a Coca-Cola billboard with Santa on there, and it puts me in a great mood every time I see it.
You are such a Christmas slut.
I enjoy it.
You love all the Christmas.
I passed it on yesterday. My son was coming home from a friend's house, and all of a sudden I heard music coming from somewhere. And I didn't know he was coming home at that time. And I'm thinking, am I going insane? Why am I hearing music? And he opens the door, and he's blasting Christmas music from his phone. And I thought, at least I taught him something. He's learned something from me.
You're a holiday season whore.
I guess so, yeah. And it's passed down.
Most folks love Kris Kringle, Santa Claus, whatever you want to call him. But it sounds like there's one character up there in Ontario. He's going the other way with it. I mean, if we're talking the Santa Claus that appears in the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer show, then I fully back an anti-Santa movement there. As I've mentioned before, I'd like to punch that particular Santa in his effing stupid mouth. I want to take out the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer Santa the way Tommy DeVito, Jimmy Conway, and Henry Hill did to Billy Bats in Goodfellas.
He is a terrible person in that show.
He is.
I don't know what his problem is.
Says here last weekend, during the annual town Santa Claus parade. Again, this is in a town I think called Brantford, Ontario. Last weekend, during the annual Santa Claus parade, the local police were getting calls because some dude in a house right along the parade route had anti-Santa Claus signs hanging out of his windows. And this dude's cold-blooded.
Yeah.
He's cold-blooded.
To say the least.
And I got to admit, funny. According to the story, the dude with the anti-Santa house had sign in his windows for everyone to see that said, Santa is fake, Santa isn't real, your parents are Santa.
Oh, God.
And one more sign that said, your family buys your presents.
So he's kind of a jerk, and he's also a huge liar, we've learned.
Mm-hmm.
So a cop had to go to this guy's house in the middle of the Santa parade.
A little surprised that a cop would show up.
A cop? They got so many phone calls. Apparently they got so many telephone calls from angry citizens that the cops, for Christ's sake, we got to go to this guy's house. So a cop talked to the dude in the house with the piss-poor attitude, and he took the signs down. But this is his thing. He's made this clear before in town that he's not a Christmas or a Santa Claus guy. His name is apparently Matthew or something. It doesn't matter. Word is when the cops talked to him, he made some kind of stupid comments about free speech and private property and all that jibber-jabber. To me, it sounds, Cubby, like he's one of those pukes that's always looking for a way to stir up trouble so they can then show off their deep knowledge of local laws and their rights and this and that. You know the type.
Yeah, and it seems like about 9 times out of 10 they're wrong. And it's kind of fun when a cop corrects them.
Folks in town were pissed. They were looking to kick this guy's ass. One citizen in, again, Brantford, Ontario, said, how miserable do you have to be to actively try and ruin someone's childhood?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, either the guy's going for what he thinks is great comedy, but it sounds like he's just kind of a pissy dude.
Yeah, if you don't want to celebrate Christmas, just don't celebrate Christmas, but don't ruin it for kids.
All right, so we found somebody that doesn't like Santa Claus.
Oh, yeah?
Big bearded Bass Bank shore fishing Jesus said, nah, dude, F Santa. He never got me that Voltron I wanted. I see you as a Voltron guy, Dana.
I'm not even positive what a Voltron is.
Really?
Yeah. What is a Voltron?
Oh, that's like a robot guy, right? Or maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
A robot guy. I don't know Voltron.
Yeah, it's a space-exploring super robot.
Well, that sounds pretty interesting. Does he need a wingman?
Voltron? I bet he's got one.
Voltron.
With a name like
Oh,
Voltron.
so he does. I can't,
Be another one.
I thought maybe Voltron and I together would explore space. Okay, how about this along the same lines? In the year of 2018, police in Texas arrested a 31-year-old jagoff who was telling kids that Santa wasn't real while hanging out at a church that was hosting some kind of Santa party. He was actively protesting Christmas. He and two other whackbags were there at the church to actively protest Christmas. Some derelict in Toronto, all the way back in 1979, was arrested for protesting Christmas at a mall. He was hollering at everyone who crossed his path that Santa is a bitch and he isn't real.
Sounds like someone didn't get a Voltron when they were a kid.
And now I know what a Voltron is. You were right, Josh. It looks just like Power Rangers, which I was big into as a kid, so I definitely would have been into Voltron if I knew what it was.
Poo-poos and pee-pees, Jesus says, Santa got me a Voltron when I was a kid.
Well, I bet Poo-Poos and Pee-Pees Jesus was a good boy.
Good kid.
You're a good boy.
Yeah. Where are the flat earthers at? Feel free to text in if you believe that anyone is capable of walking smooth off the side of the planet because it is, in fact, flat. 651-989-9393. That's our Luther Bloomington Kia text line. Let us know you're there, flat earthers.
Yeah, and maybe like a reason or two that you believe it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be important also.
I'm open-minded. I'll listen to what you have to say.
Here's the deal. The folks at Columbia Sportswear. Oh, sure. They make a decent jacket or a stocking cap, don't they,
I've
Josh?
had one or two of those in my day.
You like to advertise those outdoorsy companies?
As an avid indoorsman, I, for some reason, do have a lot of outdoors gear.
When you're dressed for the winter, it's nothing but North Face and Carhartt and What are you wearing today? That's Carhartt.
Carhartt.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carhartt. I'm all Carhartted out. I have 3 Carhartt, and I'm not sponsored by them.
Are you seriously wearing 3 separate items built by Carhartt?
That's correct.
You are brand loyal, my man.
So the folks at Columbia Sportswear, they're challenging flat earthers to go ahead and photograph the edge of the world.
Got some text coming in, like, I'll try anything 4 times Jesus, who says, flat earth? You mean earth? Yeah. Yeah, flat earth.
They're challenging flat earthers to go ahead and photograph the edge of the world. And the first legit picture of the edge of the earth that gets sent to the folks at Columbia, they'll give that person a prize.
Hi, I'm Tim Boyle. I'm the CEO here at Columbia Sportswear. And this message is for flat earthers. You guys claim there's an end to the earth? Well, just go snap a picture. Send it to us, and you get the assets of the company. All of it. No paperwork, no lawyers, no catches.
Tim, there is some paperwork.
Hey, flat earthers, do me a favor. If you're going to the edge of the earth, wear Columbia. You'll need it.
Jay said he thinks NASA should offer up free trips to space for flat earthers and then just leave them out there to clean up the gene pool.
Now,
a couple people that are claiming they are flat earthers. I don't know if they're joking around or.
Yeah, I think it's a bit.
of course, the folks at Columbia prefer that people search for the end of our flat Earth while wearing Columbia gear, Columbia sports gear. So, this is all cute and tongue-in-cheek, and it's meant to remind us of their product. Columbia is calling this trek to the edge of the Earth, they're calling it Expedition Impossible. The bit was set off by a social media message. You heard it, where the folks at Columbia said, "This is a message to flat earthers. It's time to put your map where your mouth is. Our gear is built to handle anything. So I'm inviting you to do what no one in history has ever done, find the edge of the Earth.
Remember when Kyrie Irving, NBA star, he mentioned that he's a flat earther?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like the most famous flat earther, but he did come out and apologize specifically to science teachers. I think he was convinced, okay, maybe I was incorrect on that.
Kyrie Irving is fine, and we'll be talking about him when we get Randy Shaver on the line, actually, to talk sports here in about 40 minutes. Kyrie Irving has grown up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When we were talking about it's important to admit when you're wrong, he admitted maybe I was off on that.
He's growing up a little bit by bit. Josh, B. Chem Jesus has texted in to say, once he heard that Josh is wearing not one, not two, but 3 separate articles of clothing this morning built by Carhartt, B. Chem Jesus says, you are not only a holiday whore, but a brand name whore.
Yeah, I guess I am. Short but fat Jesus says she's not so sure about a flat earth, but she claims she has a flat chest. So she's a flat chester, according to her.
Is that right? BB's on a breadboard?
Yeah, I don't know. We met her. I guess I didn't check out her rack. I'll change that next time.
Who was that now?
That was short but fat Jesus. We met her at the state fair.
I wasn't at the state fair.
You were too.
We'll close things out here with another one of these stupid little art museum nightmares. You've heard stories like this before. A janitor or whatever finds a ball of Kleenex with semen in it, sitting on a shelf at the art museum. He thinks what anyone else would think. Damn, that's gross. I'm going to throw that away. And he does, and then the next day he finds out that the Kleenex semen ball was actually a $14 million piece of art.
Like that banana duct tape to a wall.
So
Yeah.
stupid.
Think, who vandalized that? And it sells for millions of dollars.
Whatever happened to art?
Yeah, I don't know. We've mentioned this before. There's been plenty of time. I worked at the Galleria. It's a fancy mall, and there was an art store in there. And a lot of times I was confused. It's got to be you have a name and you sneeze on canvas and everybody wants to buy it. Because I didn't understand how it's art. Or maybe I'm not upscale enough to see the intricacies of what they're trying to tell us, the deep meaning behind some of these things. I think that's the talent.
Yeah.
Sneezing on canvas and then coming up with why it's so important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's where the real genius kicks in. In this case here, Cubby, an art museum in godforsaken Taiwan, a volunteer at the joint, just trying to be helpful. Speaking of Kleenex, the volunteer cleaned the dust off of a mirror with a Kleenex. Next thing you know, the volunteer is told that they effed up. The dust-covered mirror is actually art, which obviously represents the cultural awareness of the middle-class society.
I feel so bad for this person. Can you imagine how crappy you'd feel? I mean, it looked like a dirty mirror.
Right, but at the same time, they were a volunteer. If this was what they were trying to do for a living, they might think, oh my God, I've ruined any chance of my career at the art museum. They were a volunteer. You can walk away. Word is the thick layer of dust had accumulated on that mirror, according to the story, for over 40 years. And it was an integral part of the artwork. The volunteer didn't know that. He just thought it was a regular damn mirror and it needed to be cleaned. But no.
This is funny as far as the deep meaning behind some art. This person says the deep meaning is money laundering. Sure, that's the rumor. That's the rumor about that stuff.
Yeah, that's what you hear.
The artsy-fartsy maniacs at the museum said that this volunteer caused irreparable damage to the artwork. The museum now needs to find a way to pay the artist for ruining his work. I'm not sure what the damn thing was supposedly worth. But yeah, total nightmare. Last year, if you remember, a museum worker threw some whack-ass piece of artwork consisting of 2 crushed beer cans into the trash, thinking they were just simply 2 crushed beer cans, which was exactly what they were, but it really wasn't. It was art that represented something. That's not fair. How the hell are we supposed to know when garbage isn't just garbage anymore?
Yeah, they should put a sign on it or something. Do feel bad for that person, though. Bet they got a lot of dirty looks and some crap.
You think that's a true story? That mirror sat there for 40 years accumulating dust? Do you really buy that story?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there are folks that are that into that stuff. Attach such meaning to such a thing. Can you imagine, like, somebody comes over, you've never cleaned your house, and you just say, I'm an artist.
Right.
What am I going to do?
This is deep.
This is my art.
Artsy-fartsy stuff you regular folks wouldn't understand.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hurts keeps, throws, batted up and picked off, intercepted, and the Chargers win the ball game. Jefferson with the pick. Cam Hart tipped it, and the Chargers go to 9-4.
By the defense. That is the game.
I'll tell you what the hell happened last night. Jalen Hurts turned the ball over 5 times last night.
Yeah, did they count the 2-1?
2-1 play.
Or did they call that 1 or 2?
That's hilarious. That counts as 2.
Yeah, I saw that. I watched the first quarter, and I was lucky enough to see that.
The Los Angeles Chargers beat the Philadelphia Eagles in overtime. Well, F me running. Yeah, my favorite quarterback, Jalen Hurts, threw 4 interceptions and lost a fumble in the ball game. In fact, he did both in one play.
That's impressive.
Which was wildly hilarious.
It was pretty funny.
This was a goat rodeo.
I mean, Joe Buck could barely keep up with everything that was happening.
I don't blame him. He throws a pick, Jalen Hurts does. The dude who intercepts it starts running around. He fumbles. Hurts picks that ball up, and he figures, I'll run a couple yards. Hurts fumbles, Chargers recover. So on one play, he threw an interception and was charged with a lost fumble. That's a gong show. I'm sorry I missed it. It sounded like a hell of a lot of entertainment right there for one football game. Timberwolves lost, Pigs won. Coming up in a half hour, Randy Shaver will join us, and we got plenty more to cover. But don't go anywhere because my beloved Cubbies News Report is coming up next.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here for the fine folks at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to ring in the holiday season. Yeah, the 12 days of Shackmas are here, and here's what you got to do. This is fun. Follow them on social media between now and December 12th. They're going to be posting pictures of these glittery ducks all across the metro. Once they post one, the hunt is on. Find one and win big. Think things like concert tickets, game tickets, gift cards, and I've gotten word that one of the days will be for tickets and a wild suite with yours truly. But you'll have to beat me to find these ducks, and just a warning, I have a lot of time on my hands and I fight dirty. Follow Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to join in the excitement. And remember, get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. Book appointments now at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
U.S. soccer. Reality says the odds are stacked against us. To think our U.S. men's national team can ever raise the world's biggest trophy. Be the first soccer team to beat them at football. Never. But here's the thing about us. Refusing to accept reality is kind of our thing. Being unrealistic, that's not a flaw. It's a force. It's fuel. Because if you want to be great and make history, never chase reality. Join U.S. Soccer Insiders today. Be part of the journey.
Hey, y'all. It's Lainey Wilson. St. Jude gives kids with cancer the chance they deserve. Families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food. But we can't help these kids without you.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
Jack's Half-Assed Morning Show.
69. This show sucks. Who are you, fart knockers?
93X.
Another neighbor said they saw him run through in between the fences, and he might have dropped some too or something. I don't know what he was thinking, but he wasn't expecting people to be home. Thank God they were. Otherwise, it probably could have been a lot worse.
A 25-year-old man's accused of launching a string of Molotov cocktails at a Michigan family's home after becoming fixated on an underage girl he met on social media.
How crazy is it to hear that someone is tossing Molotov cocktails around?
Well, that's our society nowadays.
And this is what I keep stressing, even for adults, this is a reminder, not only just watch your children and what they're doing online, but, watch what you're saying to other people.
Around 9:30 p.m. November 28th, police say someone lobbed a series of Molotov cocktails at a family's house, lighting up the neighborhood.
Jesus.
5 were recovered, with nearby video surveillance footage showing bright bursts of flame spreading on the block before neighbors put them out. According to police, the attack stemmed from an ongoing case of stalking and harassment involving a juvenile victim on social media. One resident captured the community's shock when he said, "It's really scary to know someone drove an hour away just to come throw fireballs at someone's house."
Mm-hmm.
The suspect is from Mount Pleasant, Michigan, about 115 miles north of Brighton Township, where the attack took place. He faces up to 44 years if convicted on all charges.
I agree with the dude in the audio you had there, Josh. That's just our society these days. We just can't handle anything anymore. We have to flip out. Psychotic killing spree. He's right. Sadly, it's the truth.
Hopefully they, make an example out of him and put him away for a long time. This guy definitely doesn't deserve to be walking around with people.
I'm not condoning the behavior, but there is something pretty satisfying in Grand Theft Auto when you launch a Molotov cocktail at something.
Is it something they deserve, though? Somebody that deserves it?
Oh, nobody deserves anything you do to them in Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, no.
No, there's a lot of dead prostitutes that could tell that story.
Yep.
From when I was playing the game.
Sheriff's deputies arrested a Florida man Thursday after accusing him of choking out a Home Depot shopper with an umbrella. Ella. The 54-year-old victim told deputies 66-year-old Ramon Rodriguez nearly hit him with his truck as he was leaving the store just before 8:15 a.m., which sparked a heated exchange. He admitted pushing a shopping cart into Rodriguez's truck, and investigators said the confrontation continued once both men were inside, moving toward a self-checkout station. Deputies said Rodriguez grabbed an umbrella and used it to put the victim in a, quote, Brazilian jiu-jitsu-style rear-naked choke, using the polyester weather shield to deliver a surprise forecast of partly choky, briefly choking the life out of him. Anyone who's heard the superstition knows opening an umbrella indoors never ends well, and that proved true for the older man when Home Depot staff stepped in, separated the pair, and Rodriguez left the store to return to his construction site. Deputies later reached him by phone. He did return to the store, and they took him into custody. Oh, I bet that hurt.
Yeah, I bet the dude had a hard time catching his breath.
I would think so.
Get a umbrella jiu-jitsu move right on your Adam's apple.
A Georgia man's facing criminal charges after police say he opened fire on a suspected shoplifter at a Lowe's over the weekend. According to investigators, 64-year-old Stephen Douglas Wagner pulled a pistol near the garden center about 3 p.m. and fired 3 shots at someone he believed was shoplifting. He was not.
Fired one more shot, and he's running basically for his life away from this guy, and he's still shooting, meaning he could have hit him in the back, could have killed him. The store employee came out and said that the person did not steal anything.
A Lowe's employee told officers the young man hadn't stolen anything, but by then Wagner had sunk to new lows. And the trigger-happy gunman started shooting at the Lowe's store. A witness called 911, followed Wagner back into the store and snapped a photo, which helped police track him within minutes. The witness later said Wagner's demeanor was alarming. He explained, "This guy honestly thought he did nothing wrong. In fact, he said he should be rewarded for his actions." He was not. When officers arrived, the wife stepped out to defend him, insisting he'd only been trying to stop a thief. But police told her he should have called them instead and not shot at the guy. Again, he thought he may have shoplifted. I don't know if you kill somebody over that.
Right. Come on. What was I just saying, Josh? What was I just saying?
Hey, I don't like to use the word hero, but I did try and bring that shoplifter
What
to
in
justice.
God's name is wrong with you?
He was arrested soon after and faces felony aggravated assault and reckless conduct charges. I like how even his wife's like, what did he do?
He's looking for a medal.
Because some guy was stealing like $8 worth of zip ties or something.
F me running. What are we doing?
Again, the kid stole nothing.
Right.
Can you imagine, like, how... It's social media, I suppose, makes the world so small. Maybe that's how they found each other. Because it didn't seem like crazy people could assemble.
He and his wife.
Well. Yeah.
He and his wife. They're absolutely perfect for each other. Yeah.
How do they survive in the world?
Yeah.
Oh, they met on some weird back channel website or something for sure.
Yeah. Okay to shoot at shoplifters.org.
Yeah.
If I end up putting on a Wild West show with a handgun at Home Depot this afternoon, my wife will never acknowledge my existence again.
Yeah, you're not trying to stop like a mass shooter.
No. Let's be very clear about this. This was a teenage suspected shoplifter.
Yeah.
And you don't work at the store, so why do you even care?
Yeah, that's maybe you just say, hey, you might want to let your security know.
Like when I worked at Blockbuster, they said if somebody steals something, just let them go. We don't care,
Right.
It's not worth the risk.
Come on, everybody. Can we get a grip?
Thank God that kid's okay. I mean, if he was a better shot, that obviously would have ended very differently.
Good.
But nobody's going to shoplift around that guy.
No, hell no.
According to a new report, 27% of people admit to stealing from self-checkout lanes. Wealthy people with household incomes of over $100,000 were more likely to admit than people making less. The report revealed men are more likely to cheat self-checkout lanes than women. The thieves were given 10 options, and the most common rationale they gave was they're having trouble affording things nowadays due to the current financial climate. The next most common answer, prices seem unfair. Some view self-checkout as unpaid work, so taking small items feels like compensation for wringing themselves out.
That's some logic.
And some respondents said there's a low chance of being caught, so why not? Other excuses included people who said they feel stealing is justified because there's long lines. 14% said they feel justified because they've been falsely accused of stealing in the past, so they feel they're owed.
This has been one of the more frustrating news reports you've ever cut loose upon us.
You know what? Maybe we're in the wrong, and these guys have it figured out. Well, I'm ringing myself out, so I'm going to take this hubba bubba here on my way home.
Right. Or I'm owed somehow because of
Lines
this
are too
reason
long.
and that. That is bizarre.
Police in Evansville, Indiana, arrested a man after he pretty much pulled the Jedi mind trick on another guy, convincing the dude to hand over his own gun and then robbing him with it. A caller told officers her boyfriend had just been relieved of his firearm. When police arrived, the victim explained the suspect, later identified as David Johnson, asked to see that gun. The victim, trying to be polite, basically said, "Here you go," handing it over, though he did keep it unloaded. He was smart enough to do that. But then Johnson asked for the magazine so he could feel the gun's weight while loaded, and once again, the victim essentially said, "Here you go," and passed it along.
Dude.
With the firearm now fully assembled, Johnson pointed it at the victim and announced the gun would not be returning to its original owner. Police say Johnson took off, but his escape was more of a formality than a getaway, as cops found him not long after.
After putting the magazine in the gun, Johnson pointed it at a victim and said he would not be getting the gun back. Johnson then left, but was later found and arrested.
God, I'd love to rob this guy, but I don't have a gun.
I got an idea.
Can I have your gun?
The dude who handed it over, what is he telling himself today, Josh?
Yeah, I should have held on to the bullets.
He's just saying, F me.
Nice guys finish last. As it turns out, this wasn't his first visit to the villain business. The man had already had criminal convictions which prohibit him from even owning or holding a firearm in the first place.
F me. He got me, didn't he?
Yeah.
He effing got me.
Mind if I have that real quick? Sometimes the sequel's better than the original, but this was not one of those times. In Connecticut, a man is now facing larceny charges after 2 auto theft attempts during a 2-week span on the same car. It started November 23rd when a Honda Civic was reported stolen. Police say 26-year-old Aaron Rodriguez de los Santos followed the victim home, and as he stepped out of the car, she stepped out of the car. He pushed her, grabbed the key fob, and drove off.
There he goes.
The car was eventually recovered, but Rodriguez de los Santos had the key fob still, which is why he was able to take the very same vehicle again. This was last Wednesday. After an hour following Act 2, police found the Civic not so discreetly parked at a local gas station. Officers took him into custody without incident, wrapping up a two-part crime spree that managed to misfire twice.
Very interesting.
And while he may not have excelled at auto theft, investigators said he did excel at accumulating controlled substances. They also seized fentanyl and crack cocaine.
The crack rocks.
An attempt was made. That's how a Wisconsin Sheriff's Office summed up one driver's creative but questionable handiwork after a Friday night traffic stop. Door County deputies pulled the vehicle over for speeding on State Highway 42. And as they walked up into the darkness, they noticed something that definitely wasn't something they saw every day. The car was missing a headlight, and in its place, police found something funky. It wasn't a spotlight or a neon light. Someone had lodged a handheld flashlight in as a substitute, which is something the local parliament doesn't allow.
Pretty clever.
The sheriff's office noted that while an attempt was made to improve nighttime visibility, the setup wasn't exactly safe or legal.
Posting it to Facebook, reminding everyone it is not safe nor legal to have that replacement like that for a headlight. We've asked if they've cited the driver, have not heard back from sheriff's deputies tonight.
I bet it looked hilarious.
It was pretty funny looking. Headlights play a critical role in nighttime visibility and safety. Drivers are encouraged to check their vehicle equipment regularly before traveling, police said. In the end, the flashlight may have been a well-meant effort to stay visible on the road, but the sheriff's office reminded everyone it's no replacement for a real working headlight.
You got to make a little better effort than that.
An attorney who built his career around defending DUI cases now finds himself facing a DUI case of his own. Shane Geeter, a 71-year-old lawyer known for handling family law and DUI matters, was pulled over by the Georgia State Patrol just after 8:30 p.m. November 29th with liquor riding shotgun.
Geeter.
Geeter done. Troopers say he was drunk behind the wheel, serving up a stiff gin and ironic. He was charged with driving under the influence and failing to stay in a single lane.
Geets. I bet his bros call him Geets.
The Geeter. Two married Floridians said I do to abusing their positions, and until unemployment do we part, a self-fulfilled vow leaving both without jobs. A Florida official was fired for cashing in his employee's $20,000 winning lottery ticket, a mess that unfolded just 3 years after his wife lost her job as police chief for trying to use her position to shield him from trouble.
Weren't we just saying something about couples that were made in heaven?
Yeah, they were destined to be together.
The perfect couple.
Investigators believe Tampa Code Enforcement Officer Keith O'Connor cashed the ticket for his employee, Aubrey Price, a service attendant with code enforcement. O'Connor did so because, I'm sorry, I said Price, it's Pierce. Pierce was behind on child support, and the winnings would have been seized if he tried to redeem them himself. The situation came to light when officials uncovered text messages and phone records between the men while they were already digging into separate accusations against Pierce, suspecting that he took bribes in exchange for allowing illegal dumping on city property. Turns out Pierce had a long criminal history, even before the city hired him, including charges of grand theft and burglary. Meanwhile, O'Connor's wife, former Tampa Police Chief Mary O'Connor, had her own fall from grace. She resigned, after trying to use her influence to get her husband out of a ticket for driving an unregistered golf cart, of all things. The 51-year-old flashed her badge at a deputy and asked to be let go. Her wish was granted, though not how she had hoped. The department let her go after only 10 months as chief. Today, by the way, is International Anti-Corruption Day. They will not be celebrating. A Nebraska man's in jail after a brutal attack outside a motel. It was a grim, improvised tool talent show where he beat another man with a hammer and then a fire extinguisher while saying, "You aren't dead yet?" Deputies were called about 11 p.m.
No, but give me a minute.
I'm getting there.
Seems like I'm on maybe 3 or 4 more whacks.
What's your hurry?
They were called about 11. He's probably exhausted. 11 p.m., November 14th, a motel in Henderson, cops were called to. This is 60 miles west of Lincoln. When they arrived, they learned 2 men, ages 78 and 53, had been given the beating of a lifetime. They first found the older man bleeding from his arm and sitting in his pickup. The younger victim had more severe injuries but was still conscious. He told deputies 49-year-old Roger Abramson had attacked him with a hammer outside his hotel room, striking him 10 to 15 times in the head and forearm, only stopping when the hammer finally snapped. When it broke, Abramson said, "You aren't dead yet?" before grabbing a fire extinguisher and hitting him another 6 to 8 times. Against all odds and the entire hardware aisle, both men survived. Investigators have not yet shared a motive for that attack.
Yeah, why was he giving these two fellers such a terrible beating?
Yeah, I'd like to know. They never said what happened. Let's see.
I don't know how many hammer shots I could take. I don't want to find out.
A simple misunderstanding swelled into a kidnapping at gunpoint, and now a father and son are sitting in jail. It started about 8 p.m. November 28th at a Florida gas station, where officers pulled in to find the father and son standing beside two terrified-looking car salesmen. What should have been a routine follow-up on a used Mercedes had gone terribly sideways. 2 days earlier, the family had bought the car and were expected to return to wrap up the paperwork. But that afternoon, the son received a text about providing a temporary tag, a message the salesman had meant for someone else, and that tiny mix-up somehow convinced the son the dealership was trying to pull a fast one. So the family drove to the lot. The son raised a rifle, the father drawing a handgun. And suddenly the conversation turned into a demand for a refund, punctuated with a warning that they weren't, quote, playing any games. Nearly 40 minutes dragged on before things took an even darker turn. At gunpoint, the father forced the two salesmen into their own vehicle and made them drive to their manager's home. The son followed in the Mercedes while the third accomplice trailed behind in an SUV. During the ride, one of the terrified victims quietly texted family members who alerted police. The plan unraveled quickly after that. Officers took the father and son into custody, and the pair is now enjoying some quality family time at the Broward County Jail.
What a couple of amateurs, right? You go through all that gun swinging and all those threats, and you don't pay attention close enough to notice that someone in the back seat, someone you've just kidnapped, is texting people.
Isn't that the first thing you do? You take away the phone?
Yeah.
Their next court date is for Friday.
That's hilarious.
I mean, they had a couple of bucks. They could afford a Mercedes.
For Christ's
They didn't want to get
sake.
cheated. Do you guys like Mercedes?
Nah.
Never thought of it once in my life.
How about Mercedes nuts? Did the mic stop working? Right after I thought you guys would respond? That was an unfortunate technical glitch.
We'll try it one more time.
No, it didn't go so well the first time.
Don't do it again.
In a far more wholesome father and son activity, a serial record breaker joined forces with his young son to chase the title for the fastest time to clear hungry, hungry hippos as a team of two.
Oh.
David Rush, an Idaho resident who holds the most concurrent Guinness World Record titles, and his son Peter came to him said his son Peter came to him and asked to break a record together. So they went looking and eventually stumbled on the Guinness World Records title for the fastest time to clear hungry, hungry hippos for a team of two. A high-stakes moment literally for all the marbles. They began practicing with the goal of beating the previous mark of 8.91 seconds, and before long they realized the record was actually within reach. After countless attempts, they finally nailed it in just 5.8 seconds, clearing the board and chopping their way into the record books.
That's stupid.
This is the guy that sets records weekly.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He's pretty proud of himself.
Come on, man.
I usually ignore it, but I thought that was kind of sweet.
We get it.
Him and the son.
You want to be famous. You've made it. Now leave us alone.
You're all done?
Yeah.
We used to play Hungry Hungry Hippos at lunch in high school, and the loser was Trash Bitch and had to throw away all the trash at the table.
Channing Tatum is a former Army Ranger who earns his nickname from breaking into places by cutting holes in the roof in the streaming premiere of Roof Man today on Paramount+.
Roof Man.
Roof Man. He's a man that goes through roofs.
Fair enough, dude.
Very literal title.
If Ashley was here, she would have laughed at that D's Nuts thing. Green Day drummer Trey Cool is 53, former WWE superstar Kurt Angle, 57, and John Malkovich, 72. That's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
I can't imagine being out of the game 5 years and coming back at 44 years old. I don't. I can't imagine that happening, but
This is his birthday, apparently, by the way. Grandpa Philip.
I want to see it. I don't know about you guys. I'm very
I'd love to see
looking
it.
at
We have Indianapolis coming up. I'd love to be calling a game.
I do have a question about that.
Who else are we going to watch, Slang? I want to see Grandpa out there slinging it.
My goodness. Who is that coming all uncorked?
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Ryan Fitz. Hello, Randy Shaver.
Hello, Randy Shaver.
And hello to
Hello, Randy Shaver.
see Willi Myles with the hearty laugh in the background.
Hola.
It's good to see you. See Willi Myles. Good to hear from you, Randy Shaver. Exciting news for all of us over the hill, broken old ex-athletes. Exciting news. So we mentioned yesterday that Indiana Jones not going to be able to play quarterback for the Indianapolis Colts anymore. His ACL went to hell, or his Achilles or something, right? Indiana Jones is out. The backup quarterback in Indianapolis is some character by the name of Riley Leonard. He can't play football. He can't either. He's got a knee problem, see Willi Myles.
Wow. Always the knee.
That's right. Your telephone didn't ring, did it, see Willie?
No, it did not.
Philip Rivers' telephone did ring.
No. What?
That's right. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen, but they were talking about it last night. Troy Aikman was talking about it on Monday Night Football last night. The Indianapolis Colts could turn to retired quarterback Philip Rivers as an emergency solution to save their season.
Don't do it, bro.
The guy just wants to get out of the house. He's got 15 kids.
I think he does.
Yeah, he's got
Not
10
worth
kids.
getting out of the house.
One grandchild. Yeah,
He got a grandchild
Yeah,
already?
that's why they're calling him Grandpa. He had a kid.
My
Or he
God.
didn't have a kid.
Oh, I thought they were just, being cute, but he legitimately is a grandfather.
Yeah, I think just of a few months. But I was thinking, I've got a former neighbor who was outside all the time, constantly. And my wife found out that it's because he just wanted some time away from the family.
That's right.
And he was retired, and the kids still lived at home. They were older, and he had a big family.
It all makes sense.
So it's got to be the same with he never gets a quiet moment.
That's why Philip Rivers hung on as long as he did, because he didn't want to
Absolutely.
go home. He didn't
Right.
want to go home.
Signed a deal for $1.
Right. And that's why I think he will consider this offer.
He called them.
Get a couple of
no
bucks.
doubt. He called.
Yeah, he called them.
Call me.
Yeah.
Call me.
Please.
I'll sell hot dogs at the stadium. I don't care. Just give me a job.
The report is that the Colts contacted Philip. C. Willie's here to tell us that Philip called the Colts.
That's what my source says.
He's coming into Indianapolis for a workout today.
Oh, my God.
Hilarious. Please allow this to happen.
Oh, man.
Hasn't played in the league in 5 years. Closed out his career with the Colts. He turned 44 on Monday.
Bro, let it go. He going to come back after Thanksgiving? There's no way.
I think
He
the
just
only guy that could come back at that age right now and play is Brady. I think he's the only one that's kind of in that shape to be able to play football.
What about Peyton Manning?
I don't think so.
You don't think he's?
Yeah, I don't.
I think Peyton Manning could walk in. I agree with what you said about Tom Brady, but I think you got to include Peyton Manning. I think he could easily drop back a handful of times.
I might include Eli Manning
Sure.
more than I would Peyton Manning.
Either one of them.
You know, I bet Christmas has to be expensive for Philip Rivers. Is this just some holiday money?
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's a lot of gifts.
He's a seasonal worker, Josh.
He's got to earn some bucks around the holidays.
You're right. It's 10 kids and 1 or 2 grandkids. Christmas is wildly expensive at his household. He's got the money.
Yeah, it's either this or UPS to make some extra cash this time of year.
But at that age, though, you gotta be able to want to move around a little bit, though, too.
Yeah,
man. So I mean, that's why I say Peyton's out. He can't just drop back.
Yeah.
And throw the ball. I mean, Peyton.
he
wasn't a runner. I'm thinking.
Neither was
Cam
Brady.
Newton.
Cam Newton. Randy loves to hear that. Randy loves to hear
What?
He's right.
I'm just saying, if you're looking for a guy for a couple of games,
No,
he can run.
See, Willi Myles is
this
correct.
Is actually for more than a couple of games. That's the problem.
Well,
If the
then,
Colts-
why would you bring Rivers or Brady's soft now? The man's get manicures and pedicures, and facials, and he's soft up now. He can't just walk back out there.
See, Willi Myles is
Got a
correct.
$300
Put
million
aside
contract.
Put aside your your bizarre hard feelings towards Cam Newton. See, Willi Myles is correct. You got to have somebody who can move around a little bit, and that's Cam Newton.
Right.
Yeah, and he's
not
in his
afraid to take a
mid-30s.
hit. Yeah, he's mid-30s. But why would you go for a guy who he is? You just saw what happened to the 60-year-old dude from Pittsburgh.
Talking about Karen.
Yeah, he got knocked down, nose, broke his nose, face, the whole body hurts. You got to sit out for like 3 weeks. You got no business. It was a 24-year-old kid that hit you, man. You can't get hit by a 24-year-old when you're 40-something.
That hurts a lot worse.
A lot worse.
When the person who hits you is half your age, it hurts that much more. Randy Shaver, you're not wrong. Especially when you consider the bad quarterbacking.
Oh, my God.
That we see in the National Football League, even just right here in town. No one can convince me that Brady or Peyton Manning couldn't go out there and do better than some of the garbage we've seen this season.
Right.
Well,
they were born to do it.
And the Colts are looking at, all they really need is someone to get them 2 victories of the last 4 games. I'm serious, to make the playoffs.
No, you're right. You're right.
I mean, it's not like a team trying to close out the string because they're terrible and they just need to finish. They've got legitimate playoff hopes, and they've got a really good nucleus of players, including Jonathan Taylor, who could be the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean,
but 45 years old, though, Brent. Come on.
I know. It's kind of a frightening thought that he would be out there playing quarterback for them. I just think that there's got to be something, some other option.
They still owe him money or something.
That's better.
I'm rooting for it.
Listeners are suggesting Drew Brees. And until he shaves his head, he looks better with the helmet on.
No.
He's been out for too long.
Johnny Manziel.
No.
Well, he's still young, but he was never any good at it.
He was garbage when he was young.
Yeah.
RG3.
No, I don't think Robert Griffin.
No, yeah.
His knees are
his
his
wheels are gone.
Josh Dobbs is coming in via text.
Okay.
That makes
sense. I can live with Josh Dobbs. He'll get you a win or two.
He'll give you.
He may already be on a roster, though.
This text does say he can be a savior for at least 2 games.
Yeah.
Just give him the 2 games.
Josh Dobbs?
Yeah.
This is great. Of course, the godless, soulless, and wildly misinformed social media went crazy when they found out that the Indianapolis Colts and Phillip Rivers were having conversations. Here's a couple of tweets. If Phillip Rivers comes back and leads the Colts to the Super Bowl, it'll be the greatest sports moment of all time. And I think that's a fair statement. That would be, someone else said, the easiest 30 for 30 ever made.
Right. Start rolling the tape now.
How old, Nick, was Earl Morrall? When Earl Morrall, I think he replaced Johnny Unitas.
Super Bowl III.
And was older than Johnny.
Yeah.
And led them to the Super Bowl. That's kind of what this is.
Boy, that's a tough question because if you remember how people in general and football players, if we're specifically talking about football players, how they looked in the 60s. Yes. A 31-year-old looked 53 years old during that.
That's correct.
Earl Morrall looked 55 years old when he was 30.
Right.
So did Johnny Unitas.
Yes.
Right.
So I don't know. A Super Bowl III, maybe someone
But that's a kind of quarterback in my mind when you talk about Phillip Rivers leading the Colts to a Super Bowl. That's who I think of as an old guy leading a team to a Super Bowl.
Game was very slow back then.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
Very different.
Heaviest man on the team was 250.
He was 38.
He was 38.
He was 38.
Yeah. And he looked like he was minutes away from death. Yeah.
He retired.
That is fun. I'm rooting for.
I am too. I would love to see it.
Rooting
for, quite honest.
I'll watch for sure.
Oh yeah, I would sit and watch a whole game.
The Colts have to have a 3rd or 4th quarterback on their roster.
Yeah, it's Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying Mark Sanchez.
So they're totally
He's
screwed.
out on bail.
They got to clear. You got to pay that bail.
He plays games with an ankle monitor on.
Man. 2 marshals standing on the sideline.
Yeah, it's not referees. It's corrections officers.
In the huddle with him and everything.
So he doesn't escape.
I loved watching Phillip Rivers play. I did.
Oh, my God.
Sidearm delivery.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
when he's mic'd up, that's fun, too.
When he says
oh,
things.
golly, son of a gun.
Son of a biscuit. And
he doesn't swear.
He won't cuss because he's a Bible banger.
I loved him, man. I love the Chargers, man. You're talking about a team that can't get over the hump, man. They've been that way, but I've been a Charger fan back when it was Eric Coryell. You know what I mean? Like back in the day, man.
I'll start to cry.
You know.
So here's their practice squad. Brett Rippon is on their practice squad.
What?
An old friend of ours.
Brett Rippon. Of course, Anthony Richardson, I think, is on their IR. I don't think he's available to play for them. But Brett Rippon is their third quarterback.
No, you're wrong, Randy. It's Mark Rippon.
No,
Mark
it's
Rippon. Are you sure?
Maybe they should talk Dad Rippon. Into
Yeah.
play.
They've got Mark Rippon and Archie Manning. And
well, Archie's used to getting sacked, so you can put him out there.
Oh, wow. What the hell was I going to say? Oh, see, Willi Myles brought up the San Diego Chargers of the early 80s.
Oh, man.
The Air Coryell.
Dan Fouts was my man. That dude could throw. I mean, Charlie Joyner.
I was obsessed with that team. I loved them so much. Dan Fouts, you mentioned Charlie Joyner, Chuck Muncie, Kellen Winslow, Wes Chandler, John Jefferson, Mike Sievers was the tight end. They were the most exciting football team.
Oh, my God.
Of their time. They were so ahead of their time.
They really was. They really was.
They displayed in the early 80s what you see today, just nonstop throwing of the football. Dan Fouts was so underrated.
Epic.
And I love, from what I understand, before the San Diego Chargers became extinct, or whatever the word might be, before it all went away, the first picture you always saw when you walked into their team offices was a picture of Dan Fouts calling plays under center with a freshly broken nose, and blood is pouring. Blood has matted his beard, and it's all over the front of his jersey, and he's out there going, blue 35. I mean, that's the stuff right there.
Legendary. They defense was trash.
Yeah.
They couldn't stop. They just had to outscore you.
Yes.
That's how they lost in the playoffs every single year.
Remember the playoff game against Miami that went to overtime?
Absolutely.
Oh my God! And
I was rooting for him, man.
If you're a young person, you don't know, go on YouTube. I'm going to say this was the '82 playoffs. The Chargers played a game at Miami, and I think at the time it ended up being the longest game ever played. They went into overtime. It was brutally hot, and there were guys passing out on the sidelines, and it was they just threw the ball up and down. Who was that quarterback for the Dolphins that day? You trivia masters.
Don Strock?
It was Don Strock.
Absolutely.
Another guy whose hair turned completely gray on his 16th birthday.
Right. He was a good-looking man.
Yes, he was. There's a reason why Don Strock stayed in Miami for all those years.
Exactly.
Because he could go to the beach on a Saturday and go home with 35 women.
Only because he cut it off at 35.
Right.
That's all I can handle.
What the hell is this? Jalen Hurts turned the ball over 5 times last night.
Twice in one play.
That was a fun play.
Twice in one play. Chargers beat the Eagles.
Intercepted, and now the ball's out, and Hurts ends up with the ball in his hands. He fumbles. Chargers ball. Troy Dye ends up on the ball.
That will play forever.
That's a goat rodeo. That's hilarious.
My God.
If you missed it, I didn't see the game, but I come into work this morning and Josh had all these videos. I'm laughing my balls off over here. It really happened. In one play, Hurts threw an interception. Guy from the Chargers starts rumbling down the field. He gets the ball knocked out of his hands. Hurts ends up with the football thinking, well, I'll correct my mistake from a minute ago.
And the relief on his face, like, man, that could have been bad.
How in the hell did I end up with this football bet? Who gave me this football, he said. And then a Charger knocked it out of his hands again. Chargers recover, so he's credited with an interception and a fumble lost in one play. I don't know
Well, he also gets a fumble recovery.
Yes, he does.
So
That's
gets
confusing
credit for
how
that.
it works.
It's got 3 things happening for him in that play.
Chargers beat the Eagles in overtime.
Big game.
Cameron Dicker of the
The
Chargers.
kicker.
Dicker the kicker. Kicked 5 field goals. Randy Shaver again proving that you can win a game. How?
Many ways.
In many ways.
Many ways.
Kicked 5 field
Many
goals.
ways.
Wow.
After the ball game, Chargers coach, and I think total douchebag, Jim Harbaugh. He compared the victory to his marriage and the birth of his 7 children.
Good Lord.
Oh,
Man.
big win.
Wow.
He compared last night's win to getting married and the birth of each of his 7 children.
This is a guy that doesn't love his family.
I don't-
A football win?
A regular season win.
That's not even a Super Bowl.
No.
But he's got 7 kids. He probably, it's kind of going through the motions at that point.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, after the 4th, whatever.
Whatever. Oh, there's another one now? Okay.
I need a win.
I don't need another mouth to feed.
I need a win. Mig, there's nothing that can compare to the birth of my kids and marrying my wife. There's nothing I can put above that.
That's because you're not out of your mind.
Oh, that's true.
A lot of these football
I'm a very
guys.
sane person.
We touched on this yesterday. A lot of them are completely out of their minds. The Eagles have now lost 3 games in a row, Ski.
And they keep the Cowboys legitimate. I mean, the Cowboys are only a game out in the loss column.
Oh, that's crazy.
There's
I
no
mean,
way
I
to
think-
keep the
I
Cowboys
really think
legit.
Well,
I mean, come on, Rick. I mean, they're in the hunt. I mean, they're live, but they're not legit.
The NFC East and the NFC South, only one team's going to get out of those 2 divisions, and they have to win the division in order to make the playoffs. So Dallas has a shot to make the postseason, and the Eagles have a shot not to make it.
Right.
They may not make it because if it comes down to wild card teams, right now they are not there. So
To be clear, I wasn't questioning what you said, Randy. I was just questioning the word legit.
Yeah.
well, I think they're still legit.
They're not legit.
So they have good reason to whoop the Vikings' ass on Sunday.
Oh, my gosh. They have a ton of reasons.
And totally unproven and injury-prone quarterback J.J. McCarthy has all the motivation in the world to ruin their season. By the way, Jalen Hurts, who had just the worst game anyone could imagine last night, after the game, I don't know
Your
what.
guy.
He is my favorite quarterback, easily the most talented quarterback, maybe the
your
most talented
guy.
athlete in the entire league. I don't know. I thought this interesting.
Until Phillip Rivers shows up in Indianapolis.
After the game, Jalen Hurts said, "We lost the game, and I didn't play well enough to help us win the game."
Yeah.
That's a good speech.
Yeah, that was.
I think they've averaged 15 points on offense the last 5 weeks of the season. They have been just dreadful.
We don't normally get into fantasy football jibber-jabber on this program, but Colby Jesus texted in to say, thanks to Jalen Hurts' 0.4 fantasy football points.
Yep.
Missed
the playoffs.
He says, I am now in the playoffs.
Oh,
so he benefited from it.
Peterborough lost last night, and Jalen Hurts only put together 0.4 fantasy football points. So Colby cheeses Jesus, as of today, he's in the playoffs.
Playoffs?
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 That's a great beat. If you had that happen to you. Wow.
Justin Herbert, the quarterback for the Chargers, had a somewhat awkward interview after the ball game, or
A little bit. I mean, when we watched it live, it was kind of awkward. Some people were saying he was rude. I don't know if necessarily rude, but he was just walking, trying to meet with his teammates, to celebrate the win. And then the reporter came to talk to him, and he kind of kept walking. And it was obvious he didn't want to talk to her. And she did ask the questions, and he answered them. But so I cut it out. He answered 3 questions. You'll just hear one here.
All right.
And we will go to Laura Rutledge, who is hustling to get this interview from Justin Herbert.
I'm trying to celebrate with my team. No, I know, but can we just talk to you really fast? What was it like to watch the interception there that sealed this game for you guys to get this win?
Yeah, the defense played incredible. They came up with so many big stops today, so
so proud to be able to play for those guys, and the way they compete down in, down out is really fun to watch.
All right, thank you, Justin.
Yep, thank you.
Okay, bye.
All right, now he can go celebrate with his teammates. Thank you, Laura. Great job.
Did he forget that he's obligated, I think?
I don't know. Yeah, I wonder if he just got caught up.
That sounded like a good interview. I mean, that didn't sound like he was trying to cut her off or whatever.
I agree. And like I said, I took out 2 other questions, and he answered them friendly.
Yeah.
And you know, people are saying he's rude just because he was trying to get away from her at first. Or it appeared that way.
That's just the way those are at the end of the game.
Yeah.
That's why you heard Joe Buck kind of a slow delivery in the beginning. He's setting it up like, okay, he's
waiting for her to get ready. Yeah.
So Notre Dame wasn't the only college ball club to cry like children and run home to their mommy when they didn't get what they wanted at the end of the season. There were 9 other programs who opted out of appearing in postseason bowl games. Now, the article I read said in the past, bowl season has almost always been a gift for many programs and their fans, but now it appears some institutions only care about reaching the college football playoff. Notre Dame was considered a borderline college football playoff team. When they didn't make the playoff, the school released a statement saying they'd rather go home to their mommy. Now, that led to some other programs opting to go home instead of playing one more game. Those other schools being Kansas State, Iowegian State.
No, that's not correct now.
Oh, it's not?
Well, the reason why Kansas State and Iowa State decided not to go to a bowl game is that both their coaches left right after, during bowl, even before the bowl announcements were made.
Yeah.
And so now they have the Kansas State coach retired and Matt Campbell left for Penn State, the Iowa State coach.
Okay.
So they're in between coaches, and it just becomes too much of a pain in the butt to figure out how, because some of the staff are going to leave to go with them. It just turns out to be a mess. So those 2 programs decided, and the players actually are the ones that voted in both those programs not to go to bowl games because the coaching situation was just too messy.
Well,
because those players now, Nick, have to decide if they want to even stay. You know, because the transfer portal opens up, and now that your coach left, do I really want to stay here? And so that becomes, the transfer portal really kind of ruins a lot of this post-game, postseason stuff because of the timing of it.
Why doesn't college football make a rule to where coaches can't make these moves until after bowl season is over?
Well, that's just not the way it works.
So to avoid all of this confusion that you just mentioned. The other schools were Baylor, Rutgers, Florida State, Auburn, Temple, Central Florida, and Kansas. So this will be a problem going forward, yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do without a Temple bowl game this holiday season.
Yeah, exactly.
The Owls.
Yeah, my plans are ruined.
So, okay, there are different circumstances.
Yeah.
Now the Gophers are going to the Rose Bowl.
Only if they bring roses to Arizona. Throw them at them at the Rape Bowl.
Stop at a flower shop on the way.
Yeah,
but in Notre Dame's case, is it simply that they were butthurt? That's what I've been reading.
I think in their case, yes. I think
they were butthurt.
Their program was super upset. And, you know, Miami got in, and they're in the ACC, kind of like Notre Dame. Right. You know, they play an ACC schedule. And I was reading this morning that the AD at Notre Dame is like almost threatening to leave the ACC because the ACC put out some sort of promotional thing supporting Miami getting in and Notre Dame not, kind of. It's bizarre.
It's crazy.
One of our listeners texted in to say there's 41 bowl games now, so they mean so little.
Mm-hmm. Well, they do.
I see that side of it, but at the same time, if I were a player, I'd want to go play one more game. For my, for me, for my teammates, for the school, for the fans.
And they also get the jersey.
And they give you that cool gift bag, too.
They give you a gift bag. What'd you say about a jersey?
Here's what else.
You get the bowl jersey.
You get the bowl jersey.
Here's what else it allows a program to do. It allows you to practice for 3 weeks longer than most teams could. And so now you get an opportunity to work with your players longer than other programs that don't make bowl games. And it allows, if you know you're going to lose some, because the Gophers, I don't know how many players have already said they're going into the portal. They've already put it out on social media. So now those players aren't a part of your bowl. That I guess I'm understanding this right. They're not going to participate in their bowl game. So that means the younger players who are still in their program have to be brought up to speed. And that's what allows you to do that over the next 3-4 weeks, preparing for the bowl game.
I know that a lot of these bowls are meaningless. Of course, we just read through the list of all of them. It's endless. But I'm just saying, if I were a player, I mean, what? You go out of town with your teammates, you have some fun, you have some drinks, you get laid, you're on the road. College kid stuff.
Right.
Just do some college kid stuff. It doesn't have to be the most important ball game in the world. Get a tattoo or something.
It's like the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, Pro Bowl.
You're just going to meet your buddies.
Did we say something about Notre Dame being in a division or in a league?
They play an ACC schedule in all the other sports, so they're somewhat aligned to the ACC.
Oh,
football they play at independent.
Yeah,
schedule.
we all know that. People have been texting in saying they're not in a division, they're not in a. Yeah, we know that. We know
they are in other sports, so they are aligned in a way with the ACC. Yes.
Whatever. I'd want to go play if I were a member of one of those clubs. Close game last night at Target Center between the Timberwolves and the friggin' Phoenix Suns. Could have gone either way. Wolves just weren't up for it. Phoenix won by 3. Hell, Anthony Edwards scored 40. He had his mid-range game cooking last night, something he usually struggles with. I scream and yell at the television for Anthony Edwards to take mid-range jump shots. He focused on it last night, and it worked very well.
Well, he heard you.
I hope so. Rudy Gobert got thrown smooth out of the game.
Watch this play right here. That's just a straight elbow to the ribs.
Let me tell you, for a guy who's missed 106 games in the last 3 seasons, there is bated breath with this Suns group.
He clobbered some dude, and Rudy was having a good game.
Yeah.
And you know how it is. 20 years ago, it would have been simply called a hard foul, but in today's NBA, it's horrible and flagrant, and God forbid somebody gets hurt while playing sports these days, right? So Rudy was thrown out for knocking a dude on his ass. So there goes the Wolves' 5-game win streak. Had a chance to tie the game at the end of regulation, but Jaden McDaniels missed a 3-point shot. The Wolves' bench was bad last night. Nas didn't shoot well. I think he went
2 for 12.
2 for 12. DiVincenzo was bad.
I mean, Bones Highland was the only one that played well last night off the bench.
It was fun watching Bones out there last night.
Everybody else was bad.
He's kind of wild. When Bones gets the basketball, you don't know. He might dribble up into the stands, and he's just kind of wild out there, but it worked for him last night. So the bench struggled. They did not shoot the 3 well. They did not shoot their free throws well.
Wow.
I will say, in watching that Suns team last night, I mean, I didn't recognize anyone off their bench. I mean, that team is so nondescript right now. It's crazy. And, of course, Booker didn't play because he's hurt.
Mm-hmm. Suddenly, after dominating the Suns for a stretch of time, Phoenix seems to have their number.
Yeah.
Up next, they play at the Golden State Warriors on Friday. They don't play till Friday because they got to make room for that NBA Cup.
Yep. This is a weird week in the NBA schedule. A lot of teams only play 1 game this whole week. So.
And by the way, I'm reading that the next flagrant foul that Rudy Gobert picks up, he will be suspended.
Oh, boy. Wow. Awful early in the season for that.
December 9th.
I mean, good Lord, that's crazy.
Dang. You know there's going to be some flopping going on.
Mm-hmm. Says here the Timberwolves are still searching for an elite point guard. Just a couple weeks ago, insiders like myself were talking about Ja Morant. But apparently the Ja Morant dream is dead.
Good.
The Wolves are no longer interested. Morant, how do you say his name again? Morant apparently has made it clear he wants to stay with the Grizzlies. Okay, fair enough. The latest little fairy tale involves Kyrie Irving.
Well, he's hurt. He won't be back until like January, February.
Right. So far this season, he's been rehabbing from a blown ACL.
Wow.
I read the earliest you'd maybe see Kyrie Irving, who, by the way, he works for the Dallas Mavericks. I heard the earliest you might see him play basketball is early next month. But Most folks who have looked into this think that a healthy Kyrie Irving would make the Timberwolves a bona fide title contender.
What do you think?
Yeah.
You agree?
If he came back healthy from an injury,
dude,
with no tread on the tire this season, so he would be basically fresh in January, February, I would say if you don't have to give up a lot, that would be a good deal.
When Kyrie Irving is at his best, he's ridiculous.
He is.
Ridiculous.
He is. I agree.
Says here it just isn't Wolves GM Tim Connolly who has a hard-on for Kyrie. Anthony Edwards has a bone ski for Kyrie as well. And as birth records have shown us, when Edwards gets a bone ski, it usually makes something happen. It usually makes something happen.
Generally cost about a meal.
As of now, the Mavericks have made it clear they have no interest in trading Kyrie Irving, but things can change quickly. When the Wolves played the Mavericks in the playoffs a couple of years ago, when Kyrie Irving was on.
Yes.
I mean, it was insane.
Yeah.
The way that guy can shoot the basketball. He's brilliant.
I really think Dallas, Nick, is not going to do that because they're hovering around the 10 spot in the playoff position. They just got Anthony Davis back, and they're Cooper Flag, and I mean they're trying to stay within striking range so that when Irving comes back in their full strength, they could be really good when he comes back if they're healthy. So.
Depends on whether that owner wants that casino down there in Dallas or not.
A casino. Randy Shaver, Victor Wembanyama of the San Antonio Spurs.
Is he back finally? God, this guy's hurt all the time.
Not yet.
He's still growing, Randy. Give him a
I know, I understand that, but see, Willie, he's hurt all the time.
Yeah, he is.
If you're a Spurs fan, you just have to be
concerned,
shaking your head. Yeah, he's just always hurt.
The story I read said he could be back sooner than later.
Well, sooner would have been like 2 weeks ago.
Well, I'm talking about in a matter of days.
Yeah.
He's one of 300 or 400 NBA players currently on the bench with a calf strain. This is the weirdest thing I've seen in years.
Well, his legs keep growing, man. Your calf can't keep up.
I agree.
It's too skinny.
I agree. I don't think, seriously, when you're built like that, I don't think you're meant for vigorous activity.
No.
I think you're meant to be you're meant to change ceiling tiles or something.
Stock shelves, the high shelves at a grocery store.
Right.
I really think when you're that thin, I don't think tendons are meant to work that way and muscles and things like that, and I'm not a doctor.
Yeah, they need to manage his time on the court a little bit better.
Well, God, they don't really overplay him because of his injury history.
And he's a child.
He's a freak. He's so good, but it's frustrating if you're a Spurs fan.
I'd like to be happy for the Man Bear Pigs for breaking up their little losing streak, but they did score 2 empty net goals last night.
Come on.
Jewel Eriksson Ek put together a goal and 2 assists. The Pigs beat the completely unnecessary Seattle Kraken on the road last night. It'll go into the record books as a 4-1 win. She was a tie game going into the third period. Pigs were the better club down the stretch. Old-ass Phil Gustafsson helped out by stopping 23 unnecessary shots on goal. The Kraken lost their 6th straight. And that serves them right. Up next, a home game against the Dallas Stars Thursday night.
Ooh, that'll be a good game. Stars are just ahead of them in the standings.
What does this say? December 21st will be the next time the Pigs at the home rink will be having their latest 25th anniversary party. You know, they're doing it all year long.
Yeah.
Here's the batch of former players that are going to be in the mix on December 21st. Brad Bombardier, Antti Laaksonen, Wes Walls, and Dick Park. You know, Dick Park scored one of the most thrilling playoff goals I've ever seen in person. I know there's plenty of yous out there that remember. against Colorado during that magical run to the conference finals back in 2003. Game 6 at home. Park beat Patrick Raw with a wrist shot, and the place was up for grabs.
Yeah.
And he was so thrilled because he's thinking, I'm Dick Park. I'm not supposed to beat Patrick Waugh in overtime in the playoffs.
I'm not the playoff hero.
No, I'm no playoff hero. I'm Dick Park.
How did I get here?
Yeah. The thrill on his face.
What a run.
If you can find that video, I know it's out there somewhere, is Dick Park scoring that goal, which, of course, set things up for Game 7 in Colorado when Andrew Brunette retired Patrick Waugh with one of the most overlooked, underrated, incredible goals in playoff history.
Yeah. That was awesome.
It was amazing. Amazing run.
Then they ran into J.S. Jaguar and the Anaheim Mighty Ducks of Orange County, California. And it all went into the toilet. So, hockey at the Winter Olympics coming up. That's coming up in a month or 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
2 months.
Yeah, they'll be taking a 2-week, 3-week break, whatever. Yeah.
We probably asked you this already, Willi Myles, but I can't remember. Yes, now I do remember. We asking you whether you take an interest in the Winter Olympics. No. You really do not. You're a Summer Olympics guy.
Period.
Right. So in a couple months, they'll be cutting loose with the Winter Olympics in Italy.
That sounds
correct.
right.
Yep.
Italy.
That's correct.
So this has become a thing. I see article after article about this, and I don't understand what the problem is. It is kind of funny. Hockey at the Winter Olympics will be played on a shorter sheet of ice than what they have in the NHL. NHL players are playing in the Olympics this time around for the first time in, 10 years or something. Pro players are back. But this is the funny part. Apparently, they built the rink in Italy. They meant to make it NHL dimensions. They screwed it up. So it's going to be a few feet shorter. The sheet of ice will be a few feet shorter. Now, some people are coming uncorked like, oh, how can you ask these guys, and how do you make such a mistake? Okay, it was a mistake. They say it's too late to change it. But really, I don't think this is going to matter at all.
They'll be fine.
The players will all get used to it within about 10 seconds. And so I don't understand the hubbub.
Yeah, so as long as the size of the net didn't change.
Yeah.
They got soccer nets out there.
Puck, same stick, same puck.
I mean, look at some of these guys. They could stick handle in a phone booth.
Exactly.
You think it's going to trouble them at all that the rink's a little shorter? Hell, if I was an older player, I'd be thankful.
Yeah.
Right. That's just like going from 100 yards to 100 meters.
There you go. So I can't see how this is a big deal, but I keep seeing article after article lighting up the Olympic hockey committee or whoever for lighting up the people who built the rink.
Would that affect you as a former Zamboni operator? Would you?
The turn's
when you're
going to be a little
piloting
tight.
that thing?
Just saving on. We're just saving on propane, Cubby.
That's about it.
Saving on propane.
You're such a pro, it wouldn't make a difference to you.
Oh, I'd get used to it right away, Cubby.
That's funny.
Yeah. Hell, and I mean, less room on the ice means more physicality.
Right.
I'm all for that.
A little tight up in there.
I never liked watching hockey. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say I never liked. I preferred my whole life the NHL-sized rink. Olympic sheets of ice, they were pretty to look at.
Right.
But it took away some of the grittiness of the game. So, hell, make them play half ice.
Right. There you go. There you go.
Put one net at the red line and one at the goal line.
Let's go. And put the goalie in the middle.
651 to 715. Jesus thinks they should shrink the field if Phillip Rivers returns to the NFL. Yeah, do him a favor. Make it compliant for old people.
Make it 80 yards.
Yeah.
And no tackling, flags only.
Yeah.
Phil comes back.
A flag.
He's wearing he's red shirted.
Yeah. Right.
Phil comes back and says, well, damn, we're only playing 35 yards.
9-man football.
9-man football.
I don't have that kind of touch. I need to throw it. That man can sling it, though.
Cubby gave me a mind F this morning. Printed off a piece of paper that says Twins history. So I was preparing to read about Bob Allison or Harmon Killebrew or Frank Viola or Roy Smalley or Burt Blyleven or Kirby Puckett or Tom Bernansky or Torrey Hunter. Twins History is the title, and it says here, 37 years ago, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito premiered in movie theaters.
Twins, that's a great movie.
37 years ago, in 1988, Twins, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito, was released.
Love it.
Yeah, it was a mind F.
I like to pass along the sports history stuff. There's some Twins history for you.
That movie was just on my television a few days ago, and I watched a little bit of it.
Oh, does it hold up?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it was
a lot of those
silly, but
don't.
It's not terrible.
I thought that was a great movie.
It's fun. As
a kid,
it's got a heart. How do they say it in the movie theaters or the movie critics? They say it's a movie.
Yeah, it's got a heart.
Heartfelt.
What did I watch? Jingle All the Way. That's the movie
Oh,
I got.
don't bring that up in this room, Willie.
Is that right?
Don't bring that up.
Nick doesn't like it.
You poked the bear,
so you
man.
Don't want to know. So you don't want to know I got cut out of that movie. I was at
Okay, no, that's interesting.
That is interesting.
I was at Knuckleheads. I was performing at Knuckleheads when they were shooting at Sinbad, who I know very well. We worked together, and they were out at the mall.
Right.
And they were shooting. And then he came into the comedy club.
Sinbad or Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Sinbad.
Sinbad.
Yeah. And he was all in his, postman uniform.
You're still wearing it? That's funny.
Yeah. He was going to do some time, and they were, and he was supposed to run across the stage and do this little thing, and I was right in the middle of my show, but that got cut out.
That
Ain't
sucks.
that something? That would have been the only enjoyable part of Jingle All the Way, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. And,
I liked it.
What was his name? Phil Allen? What was his name?
Phil Hartman.
Phil Hartman.
Oh, it's a terrible movie.
You didn't think Phil was funny in that one?
I hate every single second of that awful, stupid movie.
It was not a good movie.
See Willi Myles? That would have been pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
It would have saved the film.
I don't think so.
It would have saved the film.
That was one of those movies too I saw as a kid, and even as a kid, I was like, "This is pretty
This is
stupid."
really bad.
Schwarzenegger was just brutal in that movie. He's so bad in that movie.
That really set some expectations for what a radio studio would look like. They had KQ in there.
Right.
And when I first started working, I'm like, okay, they embellished quite a bit there. A little creative license.
A lot.
Yeah, they built that in a soundstage somewhere.
Yeah, it was beautiful compared to this place.
And then you know how it makes my blood boil. Still to this day, some clown will... You're sitting at a bar together, and it comes on the television, Jingle All the Way, and some clown will say, when that movie was being filmed, my cousin saw Arnold Schwarzenegger at a gas station. So what? Shut up! It doesn't matter. My boss, you can see him in the background in the store when they're shopping for the doll. You can see my boss is in the background for 1 second. Why do we do that? How does that matter at all?
It's because so few films get made here in Minnesota, perhaps.
And still to this day. Now, I know someone's going to text in right now and tell me that their great-grandfather saw Sinbad at a strip joint or something while they were filming Jingle All the Way. Same thing with that mall movie. What was that called?
Mallrats.
Yeah. Mallrats, yeah.
Shannon Doherty took a poop.
Right next to me
in the shoe store that my great uncle ran when they were filming Mallrats. I was there. I was in the mall. You can see my hat. Just drives me crazy.
Any thoughts on Mighty Ducks? As long as we're going
same
through
thing,
the list?
same friggin' thing.
No, I feel bad for bringing over my knuckleheads.
What about grumpy old men?
If you tell a lame story about your boss being seen in the background during the ice fishing scene, yes, it's going to aggravate me. See, Willi Myles, I never get mad at your stories.
I got cut out. That was
Maybe that helps your career.
It did. Extremely.
That would have been like a real asterisk on your career. Oh, you're the guy from Jingle All the Way? Oof. I'm not hiring him for our club.
If they'll cut Stone Cold Steve Austin out of a movie, they'll cut C. Willi Myles out of a movie.
Absolutely.
Josh and I always love telling the story of when Stone Cold Steve Austin was in studio years ago, and just thrilling for all of us because he's just one of our favorite guys. And we didn't know this. He was recently, at the time, he was recently seen in the awful Adam Sandler remake of The Longest Yard. And so we brought that up. Hey, we understand you're in the longest yard. What? And he told us he had been cut at the last minute out of the movie. So we brought up something that he did not want to talk about. And he's a large, angry rattlesnake.
Yep.
He didn't turn on us too hard, though, did he, Josh?
No, he seemed more annoyed with the people that cut him. But, yeah, I can't remember his exact quote. It was pretty funny. He just talked about how much of him was on the cutting room floor. It took a lot. He seemed like he was upset that maybe he wasted his time.
Sure. Yeah.
Can I share some with you guys?
We'd love it.
My agent at the time was he always thought I was hilarious because he got me so many auditions, so many reads, and to go do like television, and I really hated television, so I don't like reading scripts, but the scripts I always got, and this is just God have a true story. Every one that I received, I was gonna be a dead person. I turned them down. It's like one, literally, I wasn't even gonna be. They needed a photo of me to put on the wall. I was just gonna be like the first victim that this person has killed. This was gonna be on the TV show Las Vegas.
Like a CSI type?
CSI at Las Vegas, right?
You were going to be a dead guy.
I wouldn't even be a dead guy. I was just going to be a picture on the wall.
Of a dead guy.
Of a dead guy. And then the other one, you're only going to see, but they was zipping my face up in the black bag. And then it was like I kept turning like Rich go, you turn it down another script.
You were turning these roles down.
Yes. It's like, I don't want to be, if I'm going to be on TV, I don't want to be dead. Like, if you're going to kill me, yes. But just I don't want to already be dead. That's not a script.
I just think I'm the opposite. I've never had any inclination. My sister loves acting and she's into that.
Right.
That's never appealed to me, but I always have wanted to be in an action movie where like somebody shoots you in the head with a nail gun and they say, nailed him, or I think he got the point, like a memorable pun, and then they'll go, oh yeah, that guy got worked, he got shot in the head with a nail gun. I want that.
See, Willi Myles, wouldn't it have been great had you filmed that scene where you're a dead carcass in a body bag, right? They zip the bag up, they see that's your only exposure in the movie is that scene where they're zipping up the body bag. Wouldn't it have been fun to, like, say, watch that movie with a girlfriend or someone that did not know, and you watch it together, and she says, "Son of a bitch, was that you?" Right?
Or can you imagine if everybody's there, here comes your scene, they're zipping you up, and you just improvise and you go, "No, I'm alive." Come back out and act out your own scene.
I would have to pause every show I was in to say, "Look at that's me. That's my picture." I had 2 kids, and I want my kids to see me like immediately dead. At least let them see me how I died.
Yeah,
I do think about that sometimes, where you have like an actor or actress in a bar, and they just prominently walk by the table, no words, nothing, and they probably gather their family around to say, "Hey, we got to watch my part," and it's just walking by a table.
I have so many friends that were extras in movies, and I look on TV and I see them just standing there in the crowd. Because that's what they would do, like comedians and so forth. That's how you got,
Sure.
Or you
get warmed up.
Even if I was just like a suspect, like I had one of my friends, comedic friends, who was a suspect, and they zoomed in on him in the crowd. Mm-hmm. But he wasn't the actual guy.
Right.
But he had that look like he was. I can live with that. You know what I mean?
You got a buddy that did that for a while, excuse me, Nick.
Yeah, he lived in Las Vegas and didn't do anything but smoke grass and gamble, and he would go get paid $20 to stand around on a movie set for 17 hours and maybe possibly be in the background for a scene or two. But that was where he met and fell in love with Cameron Diaz, and she fell in love with him. But anyway, I was talking about how I get annoyed. I get annoyed by these little lame claims to fame when it comes to movies filmed here in town. We just can't stop touching ourselves here in the Twin Cities when a movie gets filmed here. We just can't. We can't get over it. We can't get over it for decades. Here's a listener who says, "You know what I still hear constantly is, my cousin was at the one of the concerts at First Avenue when they filmed Purple Rain."
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That seems different.
So, no, this seems different. This is the only type of thing.
That's pretty cool.
Here's the only thing I want to hear. A guy said, Sinbad. I walked in on Sinbad nailing my wife when they were filming Jingle All the Way here
Get
in
out
town.
of here.
That's interesting to me.
Have a seat?
Not that your cousin stood up against the wall at First Avenue when.
Hold on, buddy. I'm almost done.
We got to get going. Thank you, Randy Shaver.
You bet.
We'll talk to you tomorrow. More with C. Willi Myles when we come back on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Half-Assed Morning Show. 93X.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here for the fine folks at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to ring in the holiday season. Yeah, the 12 days of Shackmas are here, and here's what you got to do. This is fun. Follow them on social media between now and December 12th. They're going to be posting pictures of these glittery ducks all across the metro. Once they post one, the hunt is on. Find one and win big. Think things like concert tickets, game tickets, gift cards, and I've gotten word that one of the days will be for tickets in a wild suite with yours truly. But you'll have to beat me to find these ducks, and just a warning, I have a lot of time on my hands and I fight dirty. Follow Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to join in the excitement. And remember, get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. Book appointments now at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.
U.S. soccer. Reality says the odds are stacked against us. To think our U.S. men's national team can ever raise the world's biggest trophy. Be the first soccer team to beat them at football. Never. But here's the thing about us. Refusing to accept reality is kind of our thing. Being unrealistic, that's not a flaw. It's a force. It's fuel. Because if you want to be great and make history, never chase reality. Join U.S. Soccer Insiders today. Be part of the journey.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael Strahan, and St. Jude has been close to my heart for many years. Their groundbreaking research is changing how the world treats childhood cancer, and has helped push the survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%. Please, help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
Half-Assed Morning Show, 93X.
Unbelievable. It is. We got C. Willi Myles in studio having some laughs here. Welcome back to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Yep.
There you go. My goodness, Cubby, it's already 8:35.
Today has been going by super fast. I noticed that.
We're going to be out of here faster than you can say Jack. Lots going on, C. Willi Myles. It's a big day for us on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
It's our 85th annual Toys for Tatas Toy Drive.
At least.
That number keeps getting bigger.
We encourage everybody to join the Half-Assed Morning Show for Toys for Tatas Friday morning at Rick's Cabaret Gentlemen's Club in downtown Minneapolis. Oh, it's going to be a big crowd, C. Willi Myles.
Right.
It's always packed to the rafters, that's for sure.
All you got to do to help a kid out this holiday season. Well, actually, there are two things. For Toys for Tatas, all you have to do is bring in a new unwrapped toy for a kid. Keep in mind, maybe older kids as well, is what we hear all the time, don't we, Josh?
Yep.
You know, maybe not so much think about the 5-year-olds all the time as you might a 15 or a 16-year-old. And our listeners don't need to be told these things. But if you're a newbie, our listeners do a great job of mixing up and bringing just wonderful things. If you're new, keep that in mind. Maybe think of an older kid. Bring in that new unwrapped toy, get free admission, free food. Doors open at 6. Cash bar at 8. And we'll all be hanging out acting a fool at our 85th annual Toys for Tatas Toy Drive.
Ashley and Dana will be there from the get-go. You guys are going to be there early tomorrow morning, and then Nick and I will run out there as soon as the show's over.
Poor Ashley came down with Ed Zachary disease or something. She's not feeling well. She's not here this morning. But I think she'll be up to schneid by Friday.
Oh, she'd have to be on her death's bed not to be there.
She's tough.
Yeah, she loves that place.
She's from North St. Paul. Whoa.
You got to be tough in that neighborhood.
It takes a lot to drop a sumbitch from North St. And then, like I said, there are two ways you can help out kids this holiday season. Obviously, Toys for Tatas. But also, then this coming Saturday, C. Willi Myles and I and Ashley and our close pal Terry Train are teaming up to raise some money for Toys for Tots at the glorious Stanchion Bar in historic Corcoran, Minnesota. This is Saturday night. Show up and start drinking whenever you like. But specifically, C. Willi Myles and I and Ashley and Terry will be behind the bar from 9 to 10:30 Saturday night. And the more drinks you buy from us, the more money we raise for Toys for Tots. There'll be other teams, other groups, starting, I think, at 6 p.m., doing the same thing, getting behind the bar, and the more drinks you buy, the more money we all collectively raise for Toys for Tots. It is kind of a competition between the teams.
Right.
But we don't really think of it as that. Just know, Saturday night at the Stanchion, come on in, get yourself a cold one, and you're helping out young people, including the 4 or 5 of us behind the bar from 9 to 10:30.
That's right.
So there you go.
See, Willie, how are your bartending skills?
Yeah.
We know you're not a drinker, so.
Next level.
Next
I
level?
used to bartend at the White Knight Lounge in St. Cloud.
Oh, you did? Well, my gosh, you guys got a ringer this year, Nick.
We got 2. I mean, Ashley and C. Willie. That's great.
Yeah, I was legendary back in the day.
I had forgotten that.
Yeah.
You were a bartender, so wow, this is an ace in the hole
That's
right here.
At the White Knight Lounge in St. Cloud, at the Holiday Inn White Knight Lounge.
They give us a little tutorial before we go behind the bar at the Stanchion. This is the third year we've done it. They give us a little tutorial. You can probably skip that.
Can you give me
I need to be there.
No, I mean, well, you think there's some things you probably a lot of time has gone by since
Exactly.
Right.
Can you take me behind the bar a little bit and tell us what kind of things they teach you? Like, what are they? Is it cash register stuff?
We don't have to handle any money.
Yeah.
That's good.
There's a gal or two behind the bar, lovely ladies, where we just tell them what was ordered. They'll do all the cash register stuff, thankfully, because I can't do arithmetic any better than a 4-year-old. They show us how long a regular pour should last. 1,000, 2,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, how much ice, this and that. They try to give you a heads up on where things are. But once you're back there and the pressure is on to make as much money as possible, I'm like a cow on ice back there. I'm wandering around in circles. I'm a terrible bartender. But we'll do our best on Saturday night.
Maybe folks that are listening now can just come to you for beer. And maybe the line, it will go quicker, right? If you're the beer guy, they just know he's the guy to go to for beer.
I would love it if all that was served Saturday night is freaking beer.
Yeah, just order a beer from Nick.
It's so much easier. By the way,
I'm a 2-mixer. So you either want whiskey sour, gin and tonic, that guy.
Here's a listener that said, historic Corcoran. What, did they film Jingle All the Way there? And I can't stop laughing over here. Speaking of coming events, I'm going to try to keep myself together here, but I know it's not going to work. Kelly from the Oh My God Shoes bit is coming to the Twin Cities for an appearance. This is more than I can.
Happy birthday, twins.
Oh, no.
A computer and a car. Thanks, Mom and Dad.
Kelly, go ahead and open your present.
Uh-oh.
What the hell?
What'd you expect? Condoms?
Nice present, Kelly.
Shut up, duck.
Skank.
I'm gonna butt slap bag.
I'm an athlete.
Now stop fighting. You two are twins. Don't they have the same thoughts?
Shiz. PlayStation.
Kelly, where are you going?
Out.
Whore.
Kelly, what are you gonna do with your life?
I'm going to get what I want.
Christ.
Shiz. Shiz.
I would love to see this live.
Shiz.
Can you do the shoes bit one more time? Keep doing it.
Let's get some
I don't know why I can't let go of this bit. I don't know why this is so funny to me every time. It's so stupid.
It is really stupid.
It is.
Kelly from the Oh My God Shoes video is making an appearance at a club in town December 27th. The Lush Lounge and Theater. It's going to be some kind of a drag show. I'm sorry. Someone bring something else up. I'm telling you.
I'd be interested for sure. And it's a Sunday, right?
Yeah, Saturday.
Oh, Saturday. Okay, it was a weekend.
I cannot explain myself, but ever since the first time I saw that video, I cannot get enough of it. the Lush Lounge and Theater, Saturday, December 27th, a night of drag and comedy with Kelly from the Oh My God Shoes bit. If you're a super fan, you can buy a ticket for $50. VIP ticket. That gets you in the first 2 rows, and it's a pre-show meet and greet with Kelly. Okay, I got to let it go. I got to let it go.
Meet and greet.
Look at the picture. Look at the picture of Kelly here advertising Oh My God Shoes Kelly Live.
Yeah,
right
she's
there.
beautiful.
Josh. Just absolutely stunning. Josh was nice enough to get me a cameo from Kelly years ago.
She's great.
All right, let's cut over to Christmas here, see Willi Myles. How's your holiday season been so far?
So far, so good, man. Spent Thanksgiving down with my family in Arizona.
Yeah.
So that was awesome.
Did you go buy any shoes? Okay, don't answer that. Don't answer that. You get into.
Were some of them cool? Did some of them?
Did some of them suck? Were some of them $500? Did anyone tell you that your feet were too big? Anyway, are you a holiday season guy? You get into Christmas? Cubby over here is all over it.
Yeah,
I
am. I'm a huge holiday season guy from Thanksgiving all the way through Christmas. Now, as soon as Christmas is over, I'm done with it.
You put everything away?
Yeah, I'm done with it.
You don't keep everything up through New Year's Eve, New Year's Day?
Keep it up, but I'm done with the holiday.
Done with the holiday.
Yeah,
so no more music, no more.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, go through New Year's Eve. New Year's Day will take everything down.
Yeah, New Year's we do that too, but we don't. But everything else is like the holidays. I don't like going nowhere. I don't want to see nobody. It's over.
Are you going anywhere for Christmas, or are you be in town?
No, we're gonna be in town, but this Christmas after the first of the year, we usually take off and go somewhere. My wife's birthday is on January 4th, so I usually scurry out of town somewhere warm after the first of the month.
We gotta take a break, but when we come back, kind of fitting that we were talking about Kelly and her shoes, because what did she do that day, Josh? She left the house to go get what she wants.
She did.
I've got something here in front of me about what Americans want this Christmas. And I think I have the information correct, and it's kind of mind-blowing for me personally, but maybe you folks can straighten me out.
The Half-Ass Morning Show, 93X.
Yeah, we're about ready to tap dance our way out of this horror show, but first, it's Christmas, for Pete's sake. What do people want for Christmas? Maybe you gotta get to shopping for some grown folks, and you have no stinking idea what to buy these fools. I apparently have an answer, and it sounds insane to me. What do I have here? A survey was cut loose on a pile of Americans, and this is what they came up with. We, Americans, don't have a lot of fancy gadgets on their Christmas list. Well, Cubby, you'd probably be an exception to that rule. You'd probably love to receive a fancy technological gadget.
Yeah, I mean, I'm more like just practical stuff. Actually, that's what I get more excited for. I mean, my wife was asking, I actually just kind of want some books from some of my favorite authors just to kind of have. I've had, I get them from the library, but it'd be nice just to own some.
Remember when you were cool?
I had 2 years. I had 2 cool years. But I think that'd be sweet to have some. I could buy a bookshelf.
I don't know about you, Willi Myles. You've been around here for a long time. I kind of miss the old Josh. Right. Now we just want some books or something.
He had a good run.
I got a few favorite authors. I'd like some of their books.
Here we go. Okay. Americans don't want fancy gadgets. They just want cash. And this is the part that parts my hair. This is the element to the story that takes me back. A solid majority of us just want money, and we're hoping for around $600.
So that's, even when I thought cash, I'm like, I can kind of see that with certain people, like my big kids or something like that. But yeah, $600?
Where do you get off asking for $600 for Christmas?
I didn't win the lottery. I'm not a surgeon.
Wow.
$600.
Is this for real, Willi Myles?
I don't know why you either 5 or 1,000. Why would you go 600? I mean, that's an odd number.
Yeah, Yeah. How'd you come up with that?
Like, is it a bet? I mean, you're in debt? What kind of debt do you have at $600?
Yeah, that is oddly specific.
I owe the mob $600.
That sounds very specific when you're asking for $600. It's $100, $500, or $1,000.
Yeah.
That's the ask.
I think, good point. It's an odd number. Well, not legitimately, you know what I mean. It's an interesting number. I think I would fall off of my couch if I received $600 on Christmas Day.
I'm trying to think of how many Christmases combined in the last decade, if that would equal $600 worth of gifts.
Wouldn't you also think all right, what's the catch?
Yeah.
What do I have to do for this?
What am I doing in trade for $600? Who do I have to bang?
So D&D Jesus says maybe they mean $600 in total, not from one person. Okay, I didn't consider that.
Okay. That still is a lot of money.
That's decent right there.
But who are you?
Right.
Do you deserve that?
600. Even when you put it that way, Josh, collectively, that sounds like an insane amount of money for your total take. Maybe for a little kid when you're giving him all of his toys, but as a grown person?
Maybe I missed the beginning of that. How did that start? What was the...
People were asking what they wanted for Christmas.
Right. What do you want for Christmas? An American said, don't get me gadgets. I'm just looking for cash and roughly $600.
So that's a person who owes a debt.
Maybe.
That's gambling.
It could be a person.
You don't get any money by Christmas, you're dead. I'm breaking legs.
Yeah, they own one of those apps a lot, those sports apps.
Exactly.
If I'm older than 12 years old and I pile up all my Christmas gifts on Christmas Day, I've unwrapped them and I pile them all up and I add up what they're all worth. If I'm older than 12 and it's anywhere near $600, I would think it was ridiculous. What, am I dying or something?
Right.
Yeah, you're not telling me something?
Yeah.
That's a lot of cash.
That threw me. But maybe I'm just an old donkey with his head up his ass. Next up, after $600, what people wanted, practical gifts like Josh was mentioning, clothing.
I hated clothes as a kid. Did everybody?
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yeah, because your folks didn't know what to buy you for clothes.
It was always the worst gift. I feel guilty now, but I'd certainly put on a happy face and pretend like it was the greatest. But
yeah, your folks would get you some stupid turtleneck that you were embarrassed to be seen in your own house wearing.
No,
I was lucky because when I got clothes, my parents knew me, so they would get me like a sports jersey or something of the team I like. So
what was it like having folks that knew you?
Knew your personality and interests.
See, Willi Myles, are you saying your folks got you cool clothing?
No.
Oh.
God, no.
Oh, okay.
Man, in the winter, listen, man, we were poor. So, in Christmas, you would get summer clothes. Like, you would get it for Christmas, but you couldn't wear it to...
Yeah, because it's on sale.
My mom, they would buy, they would go, shopping for summer stuff because you can get shorts and short set and some pants and, stuff you would wear in the summer.
Yeah.
And then you get that under the tree, and you open it up, and it's like, people, what did you get, man? I got some clothes.
I got a swimsuit.
You still wearing the same stuff you was wearing. I thought you got some new clothes. Yeah, it's summer stuff.
Makes sense, right? Because your mom and dad are walking around the store in December, a tank top's going to be 35 cents.
Exactly.
There's a layer to genius to that, too. Think it's stuff the parents have to buy anyway. So I'm going to wrap up some school supplies for the kid this year.
And sometimes you just got a picture of the store because it was on layaway. This is the store. This is what you have. It was a picture of what was cut out of the magazine.
I mean, we aim high, I guess, these days in America, and
Yeah,
I know that everything is wildly and disgustingly expensive these days, but we're aiming high. There are a few people who were surveyed about what they want for Christmas who said they want someone to cover their rent or cover their mortgage for a month. That's still a lot of money.
I can barely pay mine. How can I pay yours?
Who the hell do you think you are?
Oh, by the way, Dana, I'd considered a Christmas present for you. You know the Lego thing?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see the price before I said that.
Like I told you, I would be pissed at you if you actually bought that.
All right, I withdraw that statement.
You're not getting that.
I never would. I should have known better because it's Lego, but my God.
I know. It's stupid expensive.
Number one answer, cash. Specifically, $600.
Folks are saying that's how much a console costs, like a video game console.
I was going to say, Nintendo Switch 2 in a game, it would be roughly $600 after taxes.
So maybe that's a big part of it. They asked folks that are interested in that.
And they need it by the 23rd.
Things have changed around here.
Right.
They have changed. Thank you, C. Willi Myles.
Absolutely.
And we will see you Saturday night at the Stanchion.
Absolutely.
For our, they call it celebrity bartending. I feel like a douche saying that out loud. I've been calling it amateur bartending. But we'll see you Saturday night at the Stanchion for our amateur bartending appearance from 9 to 10:30.
Yep. And can I shout out to the listeners that showed up at my show for last Saturday?
Of course.
At Crooners. Thank you guys so much. I know a lot of you were there, and my guy from Iowa that came up, and I appreciate it, man. I was sorry I didn't get to shake your hand afterwards, but I saw a lot of people, and it was half of my room was 93X people. So,
that's great.
That's always cool to hear.
Thank you guys very much for showing up.
Thank you. Yeah, that's great.
I got plenty of texts this morning.
That's awesome.
Responded to some. Thank you.
You deserve it.
Happy birthday to Maverick, turning the big 03 today from Dad, who loves you. Show your boobs, win a balloon, Jesus.
Never gets old.
I know.
93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Nice.
93X.
What's going on, podcast pimps? Dana here for the fine folks at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to ring in the holiday season. Yeah, the 12 days of Shackmas are here, and here's what you got to do. This is fun. Follow them on social media between now and December 12th. They're going to be posting pictures of these glittery ducks all across the metro. Once they post one, the hunt is on. Find one and win big. Think things like concert tickets, game tickets, gift cards, and I've gotten word that one of the days will be for tickets in a wild suite with yours truly. But you'll have to beat me to find these ducks, and just a warning, I have a lot of time on my hands and I fight dirty. Follow Standard Heating and Air Conditioning to join in the excitement. And remember, get that furnace cranked on before it's too late. Book appointments now at standardheating.com. That's standardheating.com.